Welcome, friends, to Clobberin Times issue number 288 on YouTube, but 988 overall. Oh my goodness, approaching the big 1,000,000. I don't know what to think about that. Yeah, that's wow. But I will have been doing it a little under 13 years before I get there. Wow. Amazing. My goodness. Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to deal with it, don't won't I? Hello, my friends, everyone else who's here with us starting early. Just a wild card Wednesday night here on Clobberin Times. Anything goes, open geekness. We will see where it takes us. The great Steve Mitchum is sick and limited. Oh, man, dude, I'm sorry, buddy. I hope it's nothing too bad, brother. And I hope you feel better. Get well soon, bro. Excuse me. And just hey, yeah, man, just take it easy. Don't bother chatting and stuff like that. There, man, we got you. J Man, what's up, buddy? I enjoyed your show you did earlier. Sorry I was not able to be there, man. I have not watched those films in a long time, but I plan to watch them again soon. You did great over there, though. And yeah, Highlander 2, dude. Never mind. You the man. J Man is a superhero to me, no matter what. Hungry. Oh, sorry. I always have to. Hungry hipster clobbering hippo. It's good to see you there, hungry boy. You the man. Appreciate you being here, sir. It's always a pleasure, my friend. I'm honored to have you here. Kal-El, buddy. Good to see you. Chris Persia, the master of the old Canadian wrench. Good to see you there, brother. D. Bud Martin, what's up, man of iron? And I do believe I'm not familiar with this gentleman, but Shield of Megatron. Hello there, Shield of Megatron. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Andy Masterson, what's up, bud? All right, man. Great to see you, buddy. Let's see here. Matthew Pounder, what's up, my friend? It is great to see you all. Thank you for being here on our wild card Wednesday night. Before I get started with some show notes, of course, I can't really speak on it the way she can as far in terms of telling you what we've got, but out there on here is a link on the Amazon link to the lovely science fiction and literary works of our wonderful first officer, the amazing, the beautiful Raquel Briggs. We love you, RM. We love you, number one. And there is that link to her work out there. It's so much better when I let her expound upon that, and when she's here, of course, and hopefully she'll be here tomorrow night for Clobby's Clubhouse. There we go. But there it is. And again, always shout out to our wonderful first officer. Tomorrow night, of course. I don't have well, you all know about it. You know it. You love it. You can't live without it. Clobby's Clubhouse. Tomorrow night, same bat time, same Clobby channel. Well, hopefully the great Mark D with a C, our chief engineer, will join us. Number one and myself for that one, as always. Thursday nights, can't wait. And then, of course, Saturday night. What a fantastic time we have been having on Saturday nights, and it's all because of you. You all make it just splendid, and had a fun time this past Saturday night on Saturday Night Star Trek. 4 more episodes as we get the 5th season of Star Trek The Next Generation into gear. So I can't wait for that. That is going to be great. It's going to be fun. And then, of course, who knows what next Monday night show is going to be. It'll be comic related, and it might even have a topic. I might even have a topic by then. You never know. I'm working on it. As James Garner once said, I'm working on it. Yeah. Hungry Boy. Yeah, I love that. That's a shout out to the great chief engineer, Mark D. That animated GIF up there. And Just Joe, what's up? Jabber, what's going on, brother? Matthew Pounder, Spanner's Galaxy. I remember that comic, but I can't say I ever read it. I've sold it. And you have gone back and read number 1, very Star Wars, enjoying it. But I do remember it very well by DC. It's a DC book. I just don't know if I read it or not. It was a long time ago. Hungry Boy, you're up. You're on the right track. It will be a comics-related topic. You have sussed it. Oh man, I'm sure the YouTubes are crowded tonight with shows. Our good buddy J-Man, if you're still there, J-Man, like I said, had a great show on tonight that they just ended. You should check out if you hadn't, if you're a fan of the Karate Kid films. He does this great show where he will compare like the first film to the second film, and he did that. They did a sort of a comparison show between Karate Kid 1 and 2, and it was a lot of fun. He's there with Decepticon and Steven, his buddy, so that's great stuff. Andy Masterson asks, any optimism for Moonlight? Guarded, I would say, Andy. I think, and if this is correct, what I heard about it being 6 episodes, I think it's probably going to go down. Having seen the pattern for the other Disney shows, and knowing how they do these things, and now over there in the Holly whatever, and since he's a character that not a lot of people know much about, what little we saw of the costume didn't thrill me or anything, but that's neither here nor there. It might be fine. I think I like the actor. Oscar Isaacs is a fine actor. Some of the stuff I saw at the beginning was a little bit curious. They're going to do their own thing. They're going to take their own liberties. And if you're someone who loves the character and knows the character's history very well, what you're going to see is a mishmash of, like they always do with these things, little bits here and there cobbled together from, scattered parts, parts all over the mythos of the character. And all it will be is a one big 4 to 5 episode origin story and about a few minutes of Moon Knight. I know my buddy J-Man believes that same thing, and I do too. Now, we could be wrong. I love the Daredevil Netflix show. He was Daredevil throughout in the first season, even though I was frustrated that we didn't get an actual costume of any sort. I never liked the Dare Ninja costume much. We didn't get the costume for the last episode, but he was still Daredevil the whole way. And they did piece together the origin and stuff like that a little bit on the way, but so I'm afraid we're going to get a lot of origin. We'll probably get the Mark Spector stuff, maybe the Stephen Grant and the Jake stuff, and then very little of the character of Moonlight, or in bits and pieces and chunks. I don't know if we're going to get the whole Khonshu thing, or the Fist of Khonshu stuff. I'm not sure what they're going to do. And you probably will get a decent hot toy if you like that costume. I like the more simplistic one myself. Yeah, Lord Toth ain't gonna like it for obvious papyrus-based reasons. Yes, or is it papers? But anyway, I hope you like Oscar Isaac screaming and having a breakdown for 90% of the show. Yeah, Jay, I'm kind of in that camp too. I mean, I hope not. I hope it's good, but I have a suspicion the whole first episode will be that for sure, but probably a lot longer. And yeah, it's going to, I don't know. So Andy, long answering the question is, I think it's always potential, but I think you need to go in with extreme guarded optimism with anything from Disney right now. If it turns out to be good, great, terrific, but you got to watch it. If you want to watch, you got to watch the enthusiasm. You don't have to watch the show, of course. I'm going to watch it. I'll watch it. What the hell? I'll watch just about any old damn thing. But no, I don't have a lot of optimism. Yes, Marvel has earned my cynicism as well, Andy Masterson. Absolutely. Won't the Egyptian angle be problematic for the House of the Mouse? That could be it, Matthew Pounder. I'm wondering about that myself. Could be. But just my bottom line on it is I like Moon Knight okay. He has this really messy, convoluted history. The lovely Sherry. You are wonderful. Beautiful lady. Good to see you, Sherry. Always a pleasure, my dear. Thank you for popping in. I don't know. His history's been messed around with a lot. Doug Mensch, his creator, even added to it later when he had his kind of way of he wanted to do it, and then other guys that got a hold of it the way they wanted to do it. And then over the past few years, there've been about 7 or 8 different series for Moonlight. And until I think some of them were limited series, but only one was. I don't know how many of them were ongoing. I know one of them, obviously the one from the early 80s was. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith on it, though. I'm just going to give it a shot, see what happens. And when you only have 6 episodes, that's kind of tough to flesh out a character that nobody knows anything about. But you can do it if you don't take if you use your time wisely. Let's take. I know this is going to get me in trouble. I don't care. I don't really care if it gets me in trouble. The Book of Boba Fett. I don't know who's watching that. I'm told that is 6 episodes. Now, there's a schism going on in fandom right now. And I mean, the fandom, quote unquote, not exactly really the fandom menace, but a lot of people who would be considered themselves in that because they hate The Last Jedi and a lot of what Disney did to Star Wars. Some of those same people are really getting angry at those who don't like the Boba Fett show. And I'm seeing some disturbing things out there. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit because A, B, C, and D. There are 4 things that we need to get back to, at least those of us, whether it's a YouTuber or a blogger, whatever you are, when it comes to the I don't care if it's Book of Boba Fett or anything, but I guess Star Wars is just that lightning rod. A lot of the same people who rightly hated The Force Awakens and especially The Last Jedi were attacked over the years back then. Parrothead, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Were attacked for daring to speak out about how much they hated The Last Jedi. Some of those same people now are acting the way, just like the ones who treated them poorly, against those who happen to not like the Book of Boba Fett. Well, here's what we need to get back to, folks. Phantom Outsider, what's up, bro? A, it should be okay to love the Book of Boba Fett. B, it should be okay to hate the Book of Boba Fett. C, it should be okay to express either of those opinions. And D, we shouldn't hate anyone or be angry or butthurt against anyone who happens to express any of those opinions. Rod Thunderheart, what's up, bro? And I'm seeing a lot of people getting defensive and combative and angry at those who just are critical of Book of Boba Fett. My good buddy Paulie likes it, and I think that's great. He's enjoying it. I went on his show when we had a reaction to the first episode, and as I said at that time, I said I don't really have much. I didn't like the first episode, but I said, it's an ongoing process. I was reluctant to judge it much because I'd only seen one little bit of it, one episode. That was only one little piece. A lot of people liked the second episode better. I disliked. Yeah, Paulie rocks. I love Paulie. I disliked the second episode. He liked it. We never talked about it since then, but okay. Who cares who likes or I don't understand white people care if someone else likes or dislikes something. I never could really understand that. Then the third episode got really, I think, rightfully pilloried by a lot of people. The third episode I thought was really terrible. And people said so, and people made fun of the show, and people made memes. Disney brought it upon themselves. Why can't you criticize them? Why can't you joke about them? And if you love it, fine. I mean, as long as you're not attacking someone for liking it and you're just giving your own opinion, why is it so bad? So along comes the fourth episode. And look, I didn't like any of the 3. I kind of liked the fourth episode. Thought it was okay. You could pick it to pieces. It's the first one I didn't fall asleep as well. Like J-Man says, just to point out something, people are arguing over lesser Star Wars properties. After the OG trilogy, it's all downhill. I like Book of Boba Fett, but also like Highlander 2. We're gonna have a young man. We're gonna have to have a little talk about Highlander 2. It's fine to like most things, but liking Highlander 2, I'm sorry, we're gonna have a little Clockwork Orange talk to you. And see, there's the thing. When we disagree with each other, we're supposed to be friends. Your friends, when you disagree on something, you should be able to bust their chops, joke around, tease about it, have a good sense of humor. We are talking about entertainment here, folks. Kid each other about it and combine it with serious discussion of art, because it's fun to talk about these things, whether we agree or disagree. But calling people non-fans because they don't like this show, I don't know. I've been seeing that a little bit from people I like, and I'm not going to go into names. If they're probably not even watching, but if this gets back to them, I don't care. I'm not really naming anyone out, but I'm telling you, Kal-El, what's up, dude? An intervention indeed. But for me, this is what you will always get. If you like a show that I hate, you're always welcome here. You're welcome to tell me I'm full of shit. You're welcome to tell me why you like it. And if you're my friend, you're welcome to call me a dumbass for not liking it, because we're friends and we can take that sort of thing. Also, if I happen to, love something that you think is a piece of crap, same thing applies. You could tell me I'm a dumbass for liking it. Apollomeus Minion, lovely to see you, my dear. I never get upset over stuff like that. Nothing gets me upset. I love, look, it's just silly. If you don't like the show, don't like it. Look, I mean, again, it's not over yet. The show's not over yet. I think, though, you do have a problem if a show takes to the 4th episode. In my case, if it takes me to the 4th episode to actually be able to say it's okay and finally see a decent one, that's a problem. And I'm very critical of the show. And I thought Mandalorian was just kind of okay. It was like a one-timer to me. I watched I never went back and watched the episodes or anything. I thought it was an okay show. And I'm going to judge everything that I get on an individual basis. Smiling Bandito. Just Joe says, Jeff from Wool Clash. I have a lot of respect for Wool Clash bullshitters. He tried to give Boba Fett a chance, but he gave up after episode 3. And you know what? Mark D with a C, what's up, bro? Holler later if you feel like hanging out. But if you're not feeling good, don't worry about it. But you see, I can respect that, Joe. If he decides 3's enough and he doesn't like anymore, what's wrong with that? Why do we care? There's the big thing. Why do we care if someone doesn't want to watch something we want to watch? And why do we care the other way around? Like, if I think it's the greatest thing ever, or if I think it's a piece of crap and you want to watch it, I mean, yeah, sure. Again, if you ask me what I think about it, I'm going to tell you. Let's say if it's, what I think about the Snyder trash, for example. But Snyder bots are one thing. But if you're a nice person that just disagrees with me on those movies, I have many dear friends who do disagree with me on those things, and they've been on the show, and you can come on and talk about it, and we can be friends. And I am friends with people that disagree with me on even those movies that I hate. And it's okay to disagree. It is kind of disturbing right now. There are a lot of people in this quote unquote, you can't call it a YouTube community or fellowship anymore, I guess, but that just don't like this show. And a few people that do are angry with him over it. Now, again, just disagree and have discussions, but why be angry? I mean, what do you care if someone doesn't? If you think it's good, your opinion is valued. It's valid. It's valid to you. This has been bothering me because I've been seeing these things. But we can't be like the people that we despise who helped. A lot of the channels that exist do exist because of a lot of people getting treated poorly just because they didn't like a horrible what many of us consider a horrible bastardization of a character like Luke Skywalker, meaning, of course, The Last Jedi. And a lot of people were treated horribly simply because we didn't just drink the Kool-Aid from Disney and bend over and take it in the shorts with what they did with Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Now, does that mean I don't know people that like those movies? I do know people that like those movies. And that if as long as they're civil, I'm civil, and I'm friendly. You could like any damn thing. Again, a lot of people have been saying this. Hey, just like what you like, but you got to stand by that. Because I agree with that. Let people like what they want to like, but it's got to work both ways. Let people dislike what they want to dislike. And that's always been a problem with me. How people run around, and if you dislike or criticize something, they get butthurt and they start calling you a hater. Look, I lose all respect for anyone who whines about people criticizing or disliking something. I just do, right there. That's one that gets Clobby pissed, and I'm not going to apologize for it. If you can't take criticism just because you like it, if you can't live with someone else not liking it, then hey, this is probably not the place for you, because I'm going to criticize the shit out of something. You're perfectly welcome here, and I hope you hang out. And again, you're welcome to tell me I'm full of shit. But what I won't put up with is you trashing people and acting like a baby because they just don't like something you like. What the hell's wrong with you? So what? I actually own the special edition DVD of Highlander 2. It just says Just Show, where they get rid of the planet Zeiss stuff redo. The shield with the CGI effects is blue instead of the waiver. I've never seen that, but Highlander 2 was so bad, man. But then again, J-Man and I are going to talk about it one day because I know it'll be fun. I like talking about things. I love talking to people that disagree with me. I mean, I learn. And it's fun to bust each other's chops about it and tease each other about the things we disagree with. I don't understand why people don't get that. We are the battered, the bruised, and contused refugees from the mainstream that mistreated. We don't need to repeat their mistakes. That's a very good point, Smiling Bandito. Let people have their damn opinions. And it's not going to kill you if you like Book of Boba Fett. More power to you. It's not going to kill you if another fan doesn't like it. You'll be okay. They're still going to make it. I knew some people who liked The Force Awakens, but they ended up disappearing. A lot of people did change on that because I was just, and again, there's a situation. I was mystified. When I walked out of the theater of Force Awakens, I was angry and pissed off, and I stayed that way. Now, I understand a lot of people who are very honest people will tell you, at the first day, either didn't let themselves believe how bad it was, or they just had it had to soak in, and that's fine. I understand that. That happened to me. But that's happened to me before with some older movies. But, don't become what you despise. Don't be like those people who acted like zealots and maniacs just because you didn't like a Star Wars movie in 2015 and then 2017. The way they acted from Force Awakens, man. One day maybe I'll chronicle to you what I went through the night after I saw that film at the theater, and for the weeks after it, the things that went on after it. Yeah, J-Man, I hated it also. But a lot of people didn't, which is fine. I don't care what you like, though. Well, there's Kal-El. He says, I was okay with The Force Awakens until The Last Jedi came out. That movie ruined The Force Awakens for me retroactively. Well, I hated it from the beginning, so therefore, Kal-El, I hate you, and you're a mean, bad person because we don't agree exactly 100%. No, Kal-El's a good dude. Again, Kal-El's a guy with a sense of humor and intelligence, so he knows I'm kidding around. I hated it from the beginning, but you're not alone in that, Kal-El. To me, they ruined it. George R. Abrams is a shit filmmaker, and what they did, they kill Han Solo like a punk bitch, and that's just on my short list of why I hate that movie. Yes, I agree that Last Jedi might be a worse movie, but I don't think it's a worse movie by that much. Clobby, it was touching for Jim Lee to show on Instagram. I saw that. on Instagram is lunch with gathering with Marv Wolfman, Mike Carlin, and George Perez. I saw that, Oliver. Thank you. And yes, that was cool. Andy says liking The Force Awakens is like clapping on Family Feud, even when your brother gives a really dumb answer. Yeah, Mark D says, I never liked Force Awakens. Turned to my buddy in the theater and said, haven't we seen this before? I would respectfully disagree, Mark D with a C. You hadn't seen anything that bad before. Okay, there he is, Latino Slant. Paulie, what's up, dude? Paulie doesn't like anybody here. That's not true, you guys. He likes all of you but me. He hates me. And he's really mean to me. If you're probably busy, brother, but if not, man, let me know if you want to come visit. Because we're just doing open talk. But to me, look, everyone, this was just on my mind. To me, it was very important that we all get along. And, you know, see, I'm one who could admit that I thought that 4th episode was okay. And I thought it was a pretty decent episode. It had some good stuff in it. If 5 and 6 are that good, I'll probably say as a series, it's uneven. All right, bro, I'll send you a link. But we got to get away from we can't be like those people. The people who threw all the hate at everyone just because they didn't like a movie. Dislike whatever the hell you want to dislike and like whatever the hell you want to like. I mean, unless, of course, you disagree with me, then, of course, I'm going to have to hurt you. Kidding? Of course, as you know. Lee Anthony Davis, what's up, sir? Good to see you. I was like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, where I sort of liked The Force Awakens, and they set up a lot of stuff in future sequels. Then The Last Jedi opened my eyes and saw how bad it was. Yeah, you know, again, Jobber, a lot of people were like that, though. You're not the only ones, and I can understand that. I really can. Except Ghostbusters 20. And there's the thing. There's some stuff I hate so much, personally. Even when somebody likes it, it makes me go, it's like it's fingers across the chalkboard. I'll admit it. You all know some of what they are. When somebody likes it, it physically likes, but you know what? I still, because I believe you have to, I just accept the person. I mean, and if it's a friend, you know, we talk about it and I tease them about it and we kid each other over it and we have a laugh over it. If it's someone I don't know, when I hear it, I just keep my mouth shut. I don't attack someone I don't know and say, you know, but if they ask my opinion, I'm going to give my honest opinion. But I don't offer it up. Like, I don't like go after them or chase them all over the place to make sure they know that I hate that thing that they love or like or whatever. It's usually when they start up with me, but just the way it is, it's complicated, I guess. But it concerns me a little bit that I'm seeing this happen. And I would hope we could just go, look, let's all be friends. Let's stay on the same page. And again, be critical. That's another thing. Some people are kind of afraid to have a critical eye. But I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary. And I think it's good. I think it's good for us. So anyway, that was something I kind of wanted to get off the chest there a little bit. I was kind of, and again, if Paulie does come in, I'll talk with him a little bit about that. Because it's something that's always been very important to me. That weeks, you know, don't be afraid. I know what it feels like to, at times, like be the only one. I feel like I'm the only one that likes something. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's some things that I feel like I'm the only one that likes it. Then you find out other people like it. But there are plenty of more times when I feel like I'm the only one that dislikes something. I've been there probably more than the other. Clobberin Times loves everything Wesley, STD, Disney, sequels. Yep. You know me so well. You know the Mirror Universe me so well. So. But I will tell you this. Everything that I really can't stand, that I really, really hate, I know someone that likes it. Every one of them. You name the thing that I can't stand that you know that I hate, and I guarantee you I have probably a close friend that likes it. That's not a big brag about how great I am or anything. I'm just saying, you just got to learn about the big picture. You get old, and you realize that life's too short for that kind of to dislike someone for a dumbass reason. Jobber brings up something from the past. Well, a few years ago, Clobby and I really disagreed on Mad Max Fury Road, or as Clobby says, Mad Maxing Furiosa Road. Yes, he loved it, and I hated it. Yep, I hated it. You're right. I still hate it. I hate Mad Max Furiosa Road, but my buddy Jobber likes it. Like I said, I can't think of anything. Too many people can't. At least when it comes to the stuff I hate, let's see, too many people can't have an honest debate these days without getting personal. Maybe some of the fault on the internet of the internet, and people feel they can be nasty behind a keyboard. Well, yeah, that's a lot of it. But I don't know about the other way around. I mean, if there's some stuff I love, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I love that people hate. There's somebody out there that hates it. And, Lee Anthony Davis, that's the way to be, man. He says if I like something or dislike something, I don't care what anybody thinks. And that's the way to be. Let it roll off. If someone's trashing something you don't like, and they're not like a friend or something, whatever, if it's a channel, you could always flip it off of that channel. I mean, if you don't want to hear it. I mean, sometimes I like to hear it. I like to hear the opposing view. But I guess if I was sitting there at a channel I don't know and I'm watching it, and if it was something I really loved and they were going all over it and trashing and all that kind of stuff, I would listen and find it interesting. If they start attacking the people who like it, then I'd be like, that's different. So if you're not attacking the people that like it, if you're just saying, I think the thing is no good, no one. Hello there, no one. It's good to see you. I think you may have popped in here once before. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. But I do know without a doubt that there's nothing out there, and you know what an opinionated bastard I am, that I can't stand. There's nothing out there that I hate, that I think is the worst crap ever, that I don't know who loves it. I mean, don't know someone who loves it. That's for sure. And I laugh at it. We'll talk about it, and they'll tell me the things they like about it. And if they're a friend, they know I'm kidding them about it and teasing them about it stuff. But if it's someone I don't know that well, but I just know that they love it, hey. I mean, look how much fun. And I miss Ash. I hadn't seen Ash in forever. When Ash would come here on the Global Geek Gang, he's such a good sport. He's a lot younger than us. He likes a lot of the things that aren't popular with the whole group. And Ash would, he would give his opinion. Ash would speak. Yeah. And you got to respect that. I certainly do. I certainly do. And now I got barking dogs outside. Oh my God, no. So, yeah. Well. No one. Yes, Ash is playing games all the time. He doesn't do Saturday Night Star Trek anymore, but we still have our Ash picks named after him. He'll always have that. We'll always have that with Ash. So, but we miss him. Yep, that's a landmark occasion there. Mark D. Tonight he was on our great buddy J-Man's channel. They were talking about Karate Kid Part 1 and Part 2. They were doing a comparison show on J-Man's channel. By the way, please subscribe to J-Man's channel. His link is in my description below. He's got a great channel. He does a lot of cool stuff. And they got to talking about Highlander 2. Now, I got to admit, I thought I'd met. In other words, no matter how bad a film is, if it's the sci-fi genre or whatever, there's someone who likes it, even if it's a really unpopular one. One of the most unpopular movies ever made is Highlander 2. I mean, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen in the theater. And it's generally despised and the butt of a lot of jokes. And that's why J-Man is a superhero to me. Not because we don't agree on that movie. Because he likes something, he's going to say it. Someone doesn't like it, too bad. He stood up for himself. You got the poster, brother. I love J-Man. You are the man, dude. Hey, say it with pride. I may start liking the movie now just because of you. I haven't seen it since that time in that theater, and no, I haven't seen the cut you're talking about where they changed everything. Oh, my God. We're doing a show about Highlander 2, J-Man. That's it. You're doing it. No choice. We're doing it, brother. He's got the poster. Holy shit. Oliver Belamonte says, Clobby, ever watched this 1966 classic cartoon from Bob Kane called Cool McCool? I still remember McCool's villains, the Rattler, the Owl, the Hurricane, Harry and Jack in the Box. I've always wanted to see it. I've only seen art from it. And I knew it was Bob Kane. But, well, his name's on it. What really can Bob Kane actually create? But he did create what was that? Oh, I can't remember. There was I didn't realize he did that when he did another cartoon about a cat, but I can't remember what it is now. So no, I have not seen it, Oliver, but it would be interesting to see that. Highlander 2, buddy. It just goes to show you that there's someone to love every movie, no matter how unloved it may feel. There's someone for, you know how they say there's someone for everyone? There's someone for every movie. Oh, J-Man is the man, dude. Jesus. There was look, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on it now. I know there was another show that Bob Kane at least got credit for doing. It was before that. It was before Cool McCool. It was something to do with a Crusader Cat. No, Crusader Rabbit. Was it Crusader Cat or Crusader Rabbit? One of those. Oh, man. It was in the early days of network television shows. I mean, of network animated shows. Very early, black and white cartoon. Pop Culture Republic. Hello there, my friend. Good to see you there. But it was Crusader Rabbit or Crusader something or other. It was other. It was definitely a crusader of sorts. I know that much. Oh, man. When's it going to get cold around here? Our weather was supposed to get cold again. Yeah, well, oh well. What can you do, kids? Let's just talk about stuff. Talk about stuff. You know, no one in the chat. And hopefully, Paulie comes in on some stuff I want to talk to him about. But if he makes it, until he does, though, let's see here. And if he pops in, we will change course again. Crusader Cat, thank you. I knew it was one of the two. Thanks, Phantom. Even the producers of Highlander 2 admitted it was horrible. Russell Mulcahy, who directed that, didn't he direct The Shadow? They reshot scenes about 5 years after the original production to finish the director's renegade version. Yes. You know, and by the way, speaking of movies that I at least hated back then, my good buddy Michael at Retroblasting has been teasing me this for a while. It's coming in the not too distant future, not next Sunday AD, but the next couple of months. Clobberin Times and Retroblasting will team up to review the Alec Baldwin Shadow film from the 90s, which I personally, as a Shadow fan, did not like. A lot of, you know, again, I have not seen it since the time I walked out of that theater. 90, whatever it was. What was it? 95, 4, 5, 6, whatever it was up in there. So I might watch it 30-something years later and like it. That's happened to me before. And it would be funny if it happened this time. You're not the same person. In your life, when you live any great amount of time, you're not exactly the same person. You know, You're not exactly the same. At least I found myself change a lot and evolve. I try to evolve as much as I possibly can. So we'll see. We'll see if that movie ages well. I'm skeptical, frankly. Well, yes, Matthew Pounder. Did Kaluta do the comic adaptation? I can't remember now. I probably bought it if he did. Who did the adaptation? Matthew Pounder? Now you got me wondering because that's only been like, wow, 25, 26 years or something. Courageous Cat, thank you. There you go. Thanks, Phantom Outsider. Thank you for that research there, dude. Count on you. Always count on you. Yeah, if it was Kaluta, then I'm all over it. Well, Sienkiewicz did do he did a shadow comic, or he did for a while, but I think Matthews was talking about the movie adaptation, though. So there you go. Yeah, then was it Baker, the guy who basically rips him off? I remember Baker. I like him. Yes. Phantom Outsider loved Courageous Cat. Shadow movie was. Yeah. Well, there's sometimes, a movie will come up, and when you get old, this kind of happens to you, I think. And someone will mention, and you did see it, right? You saw it in your life at one point, and you go, "Oh, I really loved that," or "I really hated it," whatever the case may be, right? And then, if it's been 20, 30 years, I question myself sometimes and go, "Yeah, I remember really not liking that movie, but what would happen if I watched it now? Would I change? Would I like it more? Would I see it was that one time I saw it and just threw it in the garbage or didn't care?" I wonder if I saw it again. I'm getting more and more like that with movies, folks. Well, movies, comics, even a little bit. All I know is if people ever see Leonard Part 6, yeah, and like it, I would definitely been taken over by the pod people. Yeah. Yes, Leonard Part 6. I don't know. Yeah, there's probably no one who likes it. The Room. Does anyone like The Room? That doesn't count because people love it to make fun of it. It's not the same thing. Hello there, Aaron Baker. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Yeah, and that's the thing. But you know what? I can say it's one thing to say, yeah, I saw that movie 20 years ago, 30, but I liked it, or I didn't. But if you're going to talk about it, of course, you got to deep dive on it, and so we'll definitely watch it. I got to sit through it, and J-Man, I would sit through Highlander 2 just for you. Both editions, although I don't know how I would get the other one that you're talking about. I don't have it at all, of course, but on the condition that Mark D with the C watch it again as well. Ooh. Uh-oh. You're in trouble. He's not going to like that, folks. Just kidding. You don't have to do that. That would be... Oh, crap. Let's see here. Yeah, J-Man said that's what made me curious when you guys were doing the show earlier. J-Man said he didn't see it at the theater like we did, Mark. And J-Man, I don't know if you're still here, buddy. Are you telling me that you only saw the Renegade version that we always hear about? Because I've never seen that. I'm just curious. I don't know what you. If he may not be here. I'll ask him later. So Phantom Menace. Sorry. Phantom Outsider says the main courageous cat villain was the frog who was very Edward G. Robinson. Sounds like he had the same villain as Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse did with Baron Greenback. Stiletto, we must find a way to destroy Danger Mouse. Right there, Cano. Come along, Penfold. Oh, crumbs. And whenever remember Danger Mouse? No, yes, no, yes, no. Yeah, well, I do. Oh, there he is. You actually did, J-Man. I was wondering, J-Man, did you see the original version of Highlander, the one that Mark D and I suffered through at the theater, or did you see that Renegade version? I bet Paulie saw both of them. What's up, bro?
Good evening.
Man, thanks for popping in, bro. Good to see you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did you, by the way, have you ever seen that?
What?
Highlander 2.
Yeah, just get some light here.
Look at that setup. Look at that setup you got there, bro.
Yeah, I did. It was so long ago and it was so forgettable.
Yeah, I gotcha. Because we were ragging on J-Man on the show earlier about it, but he hasn't seen that theatrical version. There's a version later that got made called the Renegade version, where the guy got rid of all the alien crap and stuff from it. And
oh, really?
Yeah, which I haven't seen. I'd almost want to see that.
Yeah,
it was pretty bad. One of those hated movies around. So what's going on, Duder?
I was stretching on my new toy. My dad got me an inversion table.
Oh,
and so I set it up in my backyard. I have a whole,
nice.
What do you call it? Canopy,
yeah,
sectioned off. And so I was playing around with it because I also have a heating pad on it. Oh man.
Oh, that's badass, dude.
So I was literally listening to you when you were, going off on your rant. And I was like, all right, I gotta hang out on this thing. Literally, I'm hanging upside down.
oh shit! I love that hoodie, dude. That's badass, man. Nice. Look at that. Show the audience that one, man.
Oh yeah, sure. This is
You're selling that, right? You selling it?
This is on our merch table, a merch store, whatever.
Everyone, if you can go to Polly's page, because I got a link in my description below. Look at that. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. It's it's really not. And I cut this right here. You know how they are yeah. I just made a, that's why it's easy for me to get in and out of.
Nice.
It's got the pocket right here. You can put your hands.
Oh, cool.
Like a kangaroo, like a kangaroo pouch.
Love it, dude. That is amazing. I just want everybody to be able to have opinions, express them, and then get along when they don't agree. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask, you think, man?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Okay. Yeah. How about superpowers? Can I have superpowers, radioactive spider, any of that? That too much also? Damn, dude.
We don't have any power over anyone else but
Scrooge.
Ourselves.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean,
no, really. Because then, it's like just what's the greatest Beatles album of all time?
I don't know if I could name one. I love the Beatles, but hello there, Flora from under a rock. I don't know you,
Flora.
But welcome. You know Flora? Oh, hello, Flora.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to see you.
I don't know if I have one. Let's just say Sgt. Pepper is the greatest album of all time, right?
Okay.
You're gonna find people that hate it.
Yeah. Oh no. Look, see that, and that I have no problem with. For example, if I come out start talking about a movie that I just think is the greatest thing ever, and someone comes on and says it's a piece of crap, the difference is I'm gonna laugh. I'm like, that's cool if you don't like it. Doesn't bother me one bit, but you got to be consistent on both ways. If it's something that If I was saying something I hate that sucks and someone doesn't agree with me there, again, there are multiple choices. You could have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
You should keep a good sense of humor, though, I think, if you do. And if you don't like it, who cares?
Well,
what do you care if I don't like it? I mean, it shouldn't be that big
yeah.
of a deal, is what I'm saying.
No, you're right. I think what you're asking for, I think what you're talking about is civility and our loss our loss of civility towards each other when we disagree.
Yeah.
And that's I agree. But it shows me where people are coming from when they don't have that. And then, like you said, at the end of the day, we're arguing about entertainment. It's like, why are you crapping on someone who's enjoying something that you just don't like?
And there's the thing. I've seen people, and again, we can't be everywhere, so we can't see what everyone says. Obviously, the things I've seen about those who have, we'll just use Book of Boba Fett for an example. It's not the only example. And I've seen people who don't like it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've seen people who don't like it simply say they don't like it. They might make fun of it. They might make reviews. If they go after anyone for liking it in any serious way, then I have an issue with them. But I think that's got to work both ways. Just because someone doesn't like it, what do we care? I mean, when you and I talked about, we did a reaction to that first episode, and you asked for like a rating of it, and it's only I said then, you might remember, I'm kind of reluctant because it's only one part. I didn't really care for the first one, but I was like, we got a long way to go, so who knows what the future will bring with it. And I do that week to week. Second week, you like that second week one a lot, and a lot of people did. A lot of people liked that second week a lot. I didn't care for it that much, but I liked it better than the week before, I think. And then I didn't like week 3 at all, and a lot of people did, and a lot of people did. But again, I actually sort of liked the fourth episode. I thought it was okay. But so I'm going to be fair to it. All I want to do is be fair to it.
Well,
and the thing is, when you got 6 episodes, I think you gotta. And I'm only liking 1 out of the 4 so far. I may end up not thinking it's all that good of a season, but if someone else loves it, I don't have a problem. I just don't think we should be attacking the people who don't like it either.
Oh God, we can go back and forth, right? Because you make sense, absolutely sense. You make sense, but it's always like that third or fourth, chess move, where people kind of just take it too far, and it's especially if it's like if I'm on a panel, right? And I've been on a panel recently because I like something. Someone said, "Why is he here?"
Oh my God, really?
And I know they were joking, but it didn't feel good. And I was like, all right, well, okay, cool. I mean, I had heard about you. I already kind of had already made my mind up about you, anyways. But I'm gonna play nice. I'm gonna be nice because I'm not on my channel. But that happens, man. It's and is it a product of the times? I think it's a bunch of different things, man. I think it's a bunch of different things.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff from either side is not good for us. It's not good for us at all. I mean, it's one thing for 2 close friends to rib each other about stuff they disagree with, but I don't know who that person was, and you don't even have to get into it here if you don't want to. But that's, to me, it's despicable. If that were my show, I'd see I would tell them, look, everyone should be respected. We want all the opinions here. I was saying earlier, and I don't know if you heard me, I probably can't name you because what an opinionated son of a bitch I am. I can't name you one thing that I hate, whether it's man of stool, whether it's something to do with one of the track, whatever it is, right? Not one that I don't have a very good friend that likes it, and we disagree, and we've talked about it, and we've teased each other, that I still love as a friend.
Yeah,
that's all I'm asking for, is to coexist and not to take it so seriously.
Right. So then there's the dangerous part about like religion and politics, because it's so infused in our entertainment now. So that comes up a lot, and I don't like talking about that stuff. It's that's very private to me.
Yeah.
And if I agree or disagree, I've gotten it from both sides. From my lefty friends and from my conservative friends. Like leave me alone. I don't know. And I might, and you know, so on my bad days, I don't really have you know, good patience with that.
Yeah.
You know, I try to check myself.
Right.
But yeah. So with, you know, with the channel, it's just like, you know, I just gotta make sure I'm like my mental game is I'm doing okay, you know, because, you know, I gotta remember that I wanna, you know, I like doing this. And
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, that's really about it, man. You know, that's really
Well,
about it.
well, I love what you do, man, and you do it well, and you do it, and I understand you. I don't. It seems to me, just in this particular instance, in this show, it seems to me, I don't know how split down the middle it is, but there seems to be a gigantic number who like and who don't.
Yeah, well,
So
that's great. Everyone's passionate.
yeah. No,
That's
again,
all
yeah,
right. That's just it. You know, the OG, the old school Star Wars friends, they have made up their mind that because it's Disney owned,
right,
they're either not going to watch it, which is fine. I
sure.
don't know how you can review something you don't watch.
Is someone reviewing it without watching it?
I'm just no.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm just,
No,
you
I
know,
got you. I got you. Sorry.
right, because we're, you know, especially if you have channels. It's
Sure.
like, you know, but if your channel is like, hey, this is my channel, do what I want. Hey, God bless.
Yeah, yeah.
Then there's those OG Star Wars fans that just will, no matter what, you know, they'll see it, but because it's Disney, it's like, so, you know, I don't know how some, you know, obviously, I don't think you can enjoy yourself. You're never going to enjoy yourself by that standard,
Yeah.
but that's not for me to decide. That's for them to decide. You know, where I'm coming from, it's just like, you know, this is just me, you know, directors and storytellers, filmmakers, actors, that's who I follow. So,
Hmm.
you know, in this
Yeah.
case, I'm married with Star Wars and Rodriguez, so I'm like, cool, you know, I'm excited.
Case by case basis, basically. Call balls and strikes, dude. If you like it, you like it. I mean, in other words, just because it's by them, if you think the show's good, say it. And doesn't. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, as much as
Hmm.
I have problems with the company of Disney, if I watch a Mandalorian episode or an episode of this or what have you, I'm going to judge it on its merits of whether or not I enjoyed it. And I think that's the way you have to do it.
My boy Mike
Hey,
is here.
Mexican Iron Man, you were too kind, my friend. Thank you so much for that generous super chat, sir. He says, one thing we can all agree on is the
Yeah.
need to cancel that Mexican Iron Man guy. Someone needs to tell Mexican Iron Man to zip it.
Zip it.
Black Wookie lives.
What?
Zip it.
Oh God. Oh my God, Mike.
I love you, Mike.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for the $10.
Thank you for that, buddy. You're too kind.
Check this out. We're all meeting up tomorrow.
What? And
Me, Mike, and
oh,
Tom Conkle for lunch.
oh my goodness, Mike, you're still out there, huh, brother? Well, that's fantastic. You
Yeah,
guys,
yeah. He's very busy.
that's
He's got family and business here, so he's a busy man.
oh man, that's fantastic. What you guys you said just for lunch or whatever? Or
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's fantastic, man. Great.
So you
Mike,
know, so
mhm.
yeah, I think so. Like, let's say we all agreed or we're all cool, like, and we didn't have that bite. We're still gonna flock. You know, birds of a feather flock together. That's still gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
So, you know, tribalism, you know, that shit's real, you know, men and women. So, you know, I know there's you know, channels and whatever that I, you know, were members of or really used to be follow that I would really follow, and I don't anymore. That's just because, you know, over time it's like, okay, well, that's not for me, you
fair
know.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Absolutely. I just like I say, this is something that's go. It has nothing. It's not. It didn't start with this show by any sense. It's been going on for a long time with me since I've been
Mhm.
doing this. Where someone will decide you didn't like something, so you're a bad person. You didn't like this show. You criticized it, even though and therefore they took it personally. When I could show them example after example of friends that disagree with me on it that are still friends. But some people take this kind of thing too seriously. I think that's more my crusade. Not to get anyone to agree with me on the show or disagree with me on the show. I don't care about that. It's to be able to be friends. Plus, but I do. have a bit of an issue with people who can't take criticism. And I don't mean self-criticism. It's criticism of a property that they happen to like, and they can't take anyone criticizing it, and you get called a hater and all this stuff if you just didn't like something, and they take it way too seriously, in my opinion.
Well, it's not a matter of them liking something. Like, the community is very passionate no matter what.
Sure.
Just like what Cavill said, no matter what, very passionate.
Yes.
Whether Superman or Batman or Moon Knight or Batgirl.
Right.
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I mean, I'm very passionate about Lord of the Rings. I'm looking at my books right there. I have my hardback Hobbit book.
Nice.
And I saw that teaser trailer today, and my jaw dropped, and I, text Nerd Cookies, and like, oh my god, that dialogue was just gross. It was so like. It's like, Tolkien doesn't, and I get it. Okay. And I appreciate it. See, this is why I so anyways, we're passionate people, because this is our entertainment. And in some cases, these are things that we grew up with, there's books and, that I've, comics that that I read when I was a teenager or in college, that I still love, and I'll still give out. It's like, hey, read this book, or check out this movie or something, So yeah, doesn't mean I agree with Paul. Oh my god, he's so silly.
Mike, I don't know if you're busy or not, but you got a link if you want to come in and say hi for a minute, buddy. I mean, again, if you're busy, not a problem, but you got a link there, brother. Mexican Iron Man. Because you know what? Let's face it. He's wrong. Really, he's wrong. It's one thing he's really wrong about that he probably does deserve to be canceled for.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't like the Flash. He makes fun of the Flash, and I'm not
like
having
the comic book character?
The character, yeah, he hates him.
Oh man,
he makes fun of the Flash, and we're not having any of that.
He's not the only one. I've heard that before.
Really, but usually it's Aquaman that gets picked on all the time.
Like, who is in the X-Men? Like, no one really likes the Nightcrawler, or there's always that goofball X-Men.
Well, there's one. My buddy Flash, who did the show with me for many years over on BTR. His character that he liked to pick on and hated was anybody with shrinking powers, the Atom, the Ant-Man, whatever. Yeah. You had to make all the little jokes. Like, let's see, did you see the Ant-Man movie? Go, a little of it.
Or everyone's there's always going to be a criticism, like when the Brood were introduced.
There you go.
Yeah, it's funny. That's funny.
I love Mike though.
Yeah,
he's the best. But we teased each other about the Flash. Again, the thing is, I would contend is that's a pretty cool superpower though. To be able to run fast.
I mean, that's a Superman. He's like,
well, he can, but it's still to most people. I mean,
of course.
Who could compare to Soups? I mean, he's gonna do it all. You're right.
Yeah,
he laughs at everybody. But Flash can run around the world. Really.
No, I know
really
what he can
fast. Do. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Oops, sorry. But he can do other things. He can run so fast he can travel in time. He can run through things, vibrate through structures. Come on, Mexican Iron Man. What's wrong with you? Now,
oh my God, Cyclops. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like Cyclops. But a lot of people don't.
Really? That's true. Yeah. He's my favorite X-Men. Do you have a favorite X-Men?
No. That's your favorite X-Men?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, even his girlfriend's better than him.
I'm not even. You know what? When I did my top 100 superheroes a couple of weeks ago, only 2 X-Men make the whole list. People are like, "You hate the X-Men."
Out of 100?
Only 2. But he's high up. Cyclops and the Beast.
Nobody Wolverine?
Else. No, sir, not my 100. Isn't that evil?
Wow.
He's okay.
You're hardcore. Yeah.
Most people like Wolverine. I like him. Him. He's pretty cool. But
fantastic.
But I mean, I don't know. He's
fantastic,
kind of Bub. His first original miniseries, though, that was great with Miller. He's got overused in the 80s, though. He became like,
I had that Japanese series.
Yeah, the very first one by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller.
Dude, I used to have that one. Damn.
Remember that cover with him holding,
beautiful,
holding his finger
Japanese.
Up? Yes.
I think that was the first time I'd seen something like that. God, that was so striking.
I was just showing the pictures from that last night on here. That was a great comic, and at that time, I was working at the comic shop at the time, and we made shirts of that first cover for as our shirt, and it was people were going nuts because just no one Wolverine had not been on his own in anything before.
Yep,
that was a cool comic.
Correct.
And so, although he had that one issue in the X-Men when he went into the Hellfire Club called Wolverine Alone, but other than that, remember that? That was badass.
That didn't count.
Yeah, well, he was killing all these dudes.
I'm gonna reread Moonlight, and
which ones?
Me and Nina Infinity are gonna read along at the same time.
Oh, cool! I'm doing that now myself on Moonlight. I got the Epic Collection. What are you guys reading?
I'll send you the link. She's sending me the link.
Are you going to the very beginning from him?
I don't think we are. I think we're doing the one that Gary recommended her to get.
Okay.
So I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. Yeah, because there's a Epic. Well, let me see some Mike here. Mike, Mexican Iron Man for $10. Thank you so much, buddy. You're too kind, buddy. Running fast, superpower, lame. Why? As a Mexican, my people have been running fast for hundreds of years. From police, from border, from our women, from our hot salsa. Speedy Gonzalez. I knew you were going to bring up Speedy Gonzalez. I just knew it, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, who's cooler, Speedy Gonzalez 1 or Flash 2? In the chat right now, who's cooler? Okay. Speedy Gonzalez hit 1 or the Flash hit 2?
Okay, there you go, folks. You've been challenged.
Here, let me put my vote in.
There you go.
Speedy Gonzalez, whatever, dude. You whatever.
Flash. I mean, I like Speedy. But Flash is now again. There are a lot of different guys named Flash. Barry Allen, by the way, but he Flash.
Yeah.
So
I'd like Gonzalez, man. There you go, baby.
I'd like to know which Moonlight. Oh, you're cheating. Yeah, you get one vote, dude.
He's voting early. He's voting often.
Oh, well, I would vote twice too. Then, damn you.
That's
I'd like to know what Moonlight you guys are reading. I just started reading the Epic Collection, which reprints everything up until from its very beginning, which is really weird.
Not the 72 though. Not the 72.
Not that one.
No, I think it's going to be the mid 80s, like the.
I hope it's the 1980. No, Bendis is way later. I don't think he ever. I don't know if he ever wrote.
Okay,
it might be that Jeff Lemire thing from the.
I'll find out.
Yeah,
voter fraud.
The 80s one by Doug Mensch, of course, his creator, when it went direct sales, like 1980-ish or something like that, with Bill Sienkiewicz art. Of course, before that, it was a backup in Hulk magazine, which was pretty. And that's when I first saw him back in the 70s in the back of Hulk magazine. Those are pretty interesting. He's had about 8 series, though, dude. So.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with Just Joe. Rogue was my favorite for a hot minute.
You like Rogue? Yeah. She's okay. Yeah, she was all right.
Whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't like. I mean, again, I'm just not the big X-Men guy that everyone was. The Fantastic Four are way better. So are the Avengers and Legion and the Justice League and all those guys.
Whatever.
Yeah,
but it's it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see the way trends and tides are going within the community and certain channels, and that's just the way it is. Some people are always gonna like that kind of like that real firebrand reactionary clicky videos, and those get the big views.
They do. I don't have any of those in me. I just like to talk. I mean, I can't. It's never been my style.
Yeah,
nothing against them. I just not what I.
Yeah, I can't do it on the same subject. So when it's like with Latinx, I've spoken my piece. I really never want to do another video on that, and I get Latinx stuff thrown to me almost every day. Articles, people like, Polly, hey, check this out. Can you believe this? I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because then I should just, create another channel where I'm just, firebranding Latinx. But it's like, I got some people I respect that use that term, and they know I don't, it's like, I don't know why you're using that term, but I respect you. I know you personally. So not my style. To keep
Yeah.
firebranding, and dogging. But if there's if something else comes up, like where we did that thing with John Leguizamo, and he's calling out other actors. I get real protective over actors.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You know,
sure,
I
understandable.
just think that to go against your own tribe like that, and to
Yeah.
call out another fellow actor, that was really that really bugged me. And
Yeah.
and then I've had to hold back a few times, as far as like, other people who really go after actors and categorize them and generalize them, because
Mm-hmm.
I could get really like, I could take a real personal and do a video, and then that wouldn't be good,
No,
Yeah.
I hear you. I understand that too, because I've heard you talk about that before, and I
Hmm.
certainly know where you're coming from there, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah.
People seem to lose sight of the fact that they're people too.
Well, and then my final thing on this is, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
So if you're a big channel, the influence you have. And I'll just leave it at that.
Fair enough. Absolutely. Your Muslim uncle. I think I saw someone say he was here. Oh, hail, sir. If that's you in there.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Indeed, what he said, because I can't pronounce it. He's a good man. Good to see you. Yeah. Look, there's a thing that I've always found this interesting. I've always wanted people just to be able to get along, but also be able to, coexist with opposing opinions. To me, that's very important. That's one of the most important things there is out there, because, you do have the power of control. If you really don't like someone saying something on a channel, you could just not be there. You could not watch it.
Correct. You got to check yourself. Yeah.
But calling people, saying they're not real fans, or calling them names and all this stuff because they just didn't like something here and there, it's always bothered me, because I think we should all be able to just deal with opposing views. It's very simple. And on this thing, look, give a shit. This is they've decided to chop it up. They didn't release it like a binge. They were releasing them week to week.
Well, we were talking about that.
Yeah, I heard you today. I watched the show.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool,
yeah,
cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right. You came in late.
And you guys,
I appreciate you being there, man.
Anytime, bro. When I see you on there, which and I wish I could be there more often, but I know you guys were talking about that, how some shows you can drop as a binge, or maybe better as a binge, whereas the business model, of course, is better to week to week.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, how Cobra Kai just drops all that boom right there, and you can just binge the hell out of it, which I like to do. But yeah,
sure. But who's talking about Cobra Kai today? Nobody.
That's right.
People are either loving or hating on Boba Fett. That and they're going to do that for another month.
That's right. You got three more, right?
Yeah, at least, right? 3 more weeks,
or 2 more.
2 more. It's 3 more shows.
Oh, it is
5, 6, 7. So whatever.
Okay.
But the point is that appointment television, hooks you in a different way, and it's a kind of like the long game, and there's different ways to market that and all that good jazz. Whereas, everyone's binge watched Cobra Kai, done videos. Even the actors have done their interviews, and it's like, and now
it's
what?
Over.
It's like, hey, exactly. I want a new season. Where's my new season?
You gotta wait.
It's not coming for a year.
Is it really going to be that long? I heard they finished it, but they're going to make us wait till Christmas again?
Probably till towards the end. Yeah, towards the end of the year. I mean, they just finished right before Christmas. I mean, but because Mark asked that in the chat, and we discussed that earlier.
Scuba Pete, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Scuba. But it's interesting. It's interesting because that's Netflix's model. I mean, I'm currently watching Yellowstone and 1883 simultaneously, and I'm just having a ball. And I gotta wait another week, but it's like,
So that's a weekly one then.
Yeah, and then 1883, I think it's even like, every 2 weeks. It's like something atrocious.
Oh, wow. That's bad enough. We have to wait 1 week.
You
Holy
know,
shit! Yeah, world made of cardboard. Thank you for that
yeah,
$10 super chat, sir. From down
nice.
from my wet neck of the woods. Good to see you, my friend. Thank
Hello
you.
there.
You were too kind. It says, okay, in this guy versus that guy vein, if every character from every franchise got into a knockout, I'm thinking it means knockdown, drag out, no holds barred fight, who would win? I say Bugs Bunny. Well, I'm not going to argue with that because if you go, anyone betting against Bugs Bunny, it's crazy. Yeah. What's up, Doc? Ain't I a stinker? So I don't know. I would say we would be the winner because it would be fun to watch. What do you say, Paulie?
Knockout fights.
Yeah, I think it's about like every character from every
Right.
franchise ever.
From anywhere?
That would be like in, remember South Park Imagination Land?
I don't remember. But I remember we used to play like that, you just play with different.
Yes, the crossovers.
Right. Geez, I think we always had like Darth Vader winning.
Darth Vader?
I think Darth Vader. I mean, when I would
That's fair enough.
Yeah, when I would fight like that,
Oh yeah.
But you start breaking stuff down, and maybe it's not Darth, maybe it's someone else. You know how people are. But I'll go with Darth.
Well, that's a sound choice because Darth Vader was once a badass. Some have argued way before there was even a Disney that I know a lot of Darth Vader fans think the prequels kind of messed him up for them, but he was a great villain, great character.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying me. I'm saying, but a lot of people I've heard.
I was listening to his comic book series, the radio. Audio. Oh, it's incredible that Star Wars Theory does.
Oh, I haven't heard that. Really?
Yeah, I mean it's like 2 years old by now, but he literally plays every character, not every character, but a lot of the characters, and you're seeing all the comic book panels, and it's like a 3-hour thing. It's incredible, and it's chronological of the Darth Vader stories. So most of it's the comic book strips. Then there's EU. Then there's the film stuff. Fantastic.
Oh, so
yeah.
Is he? So you're saying it's not something he wrote? He's showing a chronology of all the different Vader
It's
iterations,
chronology,
like comics and stuff.
Exactly, it's chronology of Vader's life.
Oh, wow,
he does that.
That's
Theory.
fantastic.
Theory is I mean, I love Theory. And because he does those videos. I mean, he's putting one together on the life of Black K, the Black Wookiee.
The Wookiee,
because of his existence in the EU.
Right.
So yeah. But what he did with the Vader one is he pick and chose what lines to read. He didn't read every line in the comic book. That would just take too long. And then he would narrate, here and there, like he would, like truncate the stories. Wow. It was fantastic. Oh yeah. I'll send you the link.
Oh, I'd love to see that. That'd be great. And they got a guy.
Yeah, there you go. Mark D has it. That's comics 1 through 25, and then he added.
Oh yeah, the Vader series. Yeah, yeah. Mark reads that.
Right, and then he added like other stuff, and then he'll do like the lore on the Sith.
Right. Nice.
Then other people have done that with the Thrawn stuff, with Heir of the Empire, and all audio. It's really cool. Really cool.
Because I love the love of fans.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like the love of a fan. You can say what you want how fans fight amongst them. They're human too, so they fight and bicker amongst each other. There's no question about that. They don't always get along, but that love of what they love, it's fun. It's painful now, but it's fun having that love for something. If there's a property out there that you love like that, there's nothing. It's a wonderful feeling. Obviously, it can be a bad one too when people abuse it, but still, it's quite a thing.
It made me think too. It's like the Obi-Wan definitely has a lot of material to draw from. So I'm like, oh man, what are they going to pull from Vader? Because he had a lot of adventures.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be really interesting.
That's excellent, man. Wow, I would definitely want to see those. And
yeah,
again,
it's pretty cool.
He just has some great devotion to the material.
Man, he does his homework. He's passionate. And I really enjoy those because it's like you're like listening to a radio guy, and it's like he's telling you the whole stories about all these obscure Star Wars figures, Star Wars characters. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a rich universe, absolutely. I love let's say yes, Hungry Boy, Forrest Ackerman definitely deserves some respect on that note. He does, and I was lucky enough to get to meet him once. He was
Ooh.
one of the greats, Mr. Science Fiction, as they called him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a guy. Hello there, Dave G. Sound. Good to see you, my friend.
Hello there.
There's a guy on with a channel.
Yeah, someone said something about Cobra Kai. I wanted to pull that up.
Find it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Let me see. Can I?
But yes, it going back to what you were talking about with the binge model thing or whatever, it does
right,
pro or con, whether you like the show or don't like it. It's tough.
Yeah, he says I'll have to respectfully disagree with Polly. Cobra Kai never dies. It's only resting until the release of season 5. Well, listen, you know, me and Tom were talking about Cobra Kai in the community over a year ago. No one even had heard of Cobra Kai. And then it debuted on Netflix. So me and Tom like to take credit for that because it was like, you know, our passion for that. And you know, I'm a martial artist, so I love it for many reasons. You know, I'm just saying that our consumer, you know, behaviors that, you know, we've, you know, as a pop culture collective, we've already moved on. It's not.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I was one of the few that saw it when it first came on, also because you know, had that YouTube Red.
Oh yeah.
You know, when it first came
on.
About
that.
Yeah. But hey there, Rod Thunderheart. Good to see you there, bro.
Hey, Rod. What's happening, man?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think like I say, it would probably be a different story if they had made that weekly. Because now, like you say, with Boba, you know, love it or hate it, it's going to be talked about over the course of whatever, how many weeks the show runs. You say it's 7 episodes, or did you say it was
7?
Okay, I thought it was 6. Okay, gotcha. There you go.
Yeah.
So we got 3 more. There you go. And I enjoyed the latest one. I have to admit, I have to give it credit. I thought it was pretty fairly enjoyable there. So you know, again, I'm gonna take hello Snail Messiah. Good to see you there, buddy. I'm gonna take it on a gonna judge them as they come. You know, definitely. See what happens, man. That's all you can do is see what happens, and I hope it. You know, I hope I enjoy the rest of them. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, it's just like, you know, you give something a shot. If it's not for you, it's not for you, and you find something else. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, people make it a big deal, and then they say the other side's wrong. It's like, dude, you know, can't be wrong for liking something.
I'll tell you what, everybody. You could all just blame it all on me. I'm the only one that's ever wrong about anything, and just there you go. Eric K.
Oh, Eric K's here.
You know Eric K's name, right? You know his title?
No, the wrenches of all wrenches.
No, he is the Bronze Wrencher.
Oh my God!
There he is, the Bronze Wrencher, bro. I named him that a while back, and then the great Chris Persia made that, got me that thing.
What's up? Yeah, man. What? See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. We all came up, you know, me and you, and you know, with Eric K and Persia, Tommy, these wrenches. Like, oh man, who are these people? This is so cool. You know, and
it's amazing.
It was Eric and Mads. Then you and Mexican Iron Man were like, you know, do your channel. You know, it's like, all right, well, you know, I'm just sitting here on the couch. It's not a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, I'm just so glad we all met. I met so many fantastic friends. Rod Thunderheart, thank you for that, sir. You're too kind. Appreciate you. You said, hail Clobberin Times, hail Polly. I'm getting more traction on my book thanks to Mexican Iron Man. It's romance, martial arts, sci-fi, comedy, drama, and spy thriller. Well, thank you so much. If you have a link or anything you would like for me to share, I'll keep it with me, and I will constantly share it for you, brother. If you can send.
I don't know what stage they're in, if it's public or what's the deal.
Okay. Oh,
I think they're trying to work some deal to get it published or something cool, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. I mean, either way, Rod, you know, so Oh God.
What's up?
No, man, it's always a different story when you've created something. You just have a different respect for other people's work.
Yes, Dark Shadow
And
Logan, Pat S. Go ahead.
hey, Pat
Good
S.
to see you, brothers. Which you're absolutely right, though.
You
Absolutely right.
know, yeah, it just is, and it's good to hear. I'm hearing more and more from different people in the community that they're getting their projects on their way, and that's beautiful. You know,
Yes.
I don't share this a lot, but I have ghost written and rewritten a dozen scripts.
Wow.
And some original work. It's like, it's a completely different animal to create something. I recommend everyone, just go and create. Um, I just think you just get a different appreciation for things. And you even like, and that's it, like, so let's just say that, right? And then you view something that you didn't like, you still got some respect for that creator, even though you didn't like it, because
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay, here we go.
As a writer at heart, I'm the same way. I feel. Oh, there you go.
I did
I
not know this.
I've written.
Mike, we
I
have to
used to.
talk about this tomorrow.
I used to write.
Congratulations, Mike.
This is
Rod.
fantastic.
Woof.
Wow.
Hey,
Congratulations, Rod.
Rod,
Appreciate you, brother.
hey, Rod and Mike, let's get a slant together and promote this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic, man. You guys really appreciate you, Mike. Mike, you do. He just does so much for so many people.
Mm-hmm.
He truly is
Absolutely.
a superhero.
Yeah, man. It's like, and I'm not saying like, oh, bow down to creators. I and this is just me, Clobby.
Mm-hmm.
I always have a hard time when people, say, what I'm doing is I'm an independent content creator. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just a guy hosting a show, telling you guys what I like. I have guests. Creators are Rod. He just created something out of himself. Uh, something that, like or a short film or a fan film,
Right.
or
Yes.
and I have filmmakers and people on all the time. To me, those are creators. But I'm not gonna say, oh, you're not an independent creator. I'm just speaking for myself.
Yeah.
When I'm at my best,
Mhm.
I'm a cordial host. I'm a decent editor, and I produce stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm just, talking to people and, spotlighting stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same here. I just talk. But again, that's. You create a great space for a lot of people for your channel there and everything like that. But you like me. You host people. You like to bring people together and raise awareness on a lot of things. Well, I'm not the kind that raises awareness type, but you are, and you do it very well, brother.
Oh
Keely
no,
Chow, roll tide, brother.
roll tide. No, you absolutely do raise awareness and spotlight. Uh, just so much, a wealth of information of comic book history, man. And that's why I always have you on the show, because I don't know shit.
I,
But I love
I,
it. You know what I mean? But I'm
I,
not gonna front. I'm like, oh, hey, let me Clobby, come over here.
I'm always glad. I'm always honored, and always hope I try to hold up that end of that. I do love me some comics history. It's always been something to me. I don't know what it is, but I like knowing all the. I constantly read about all the ins and outs, the who's and the whys, the who did what's. Even though,
Mhm.
like our buddy Hungry Boy there, hungry hipster Clobberin Hippo is what he's called. You and that name, man. He's been around the real deal comics industry, and he's a great artist. And it's just
That's great.
I don't know his secret identity, but I'm gonna know it one day, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He's amazing, and he's been a good friend of the channel for a long time now. And he found me through you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No kidding.
yeah, absolutely.
Hungry did?
Yeah, he did. He
Oh,
also
wow.
gave us our Cloboni, which is when we clobbering the bad things we don't like. He
Oh my
drew this.
God.
He drew this here.
Oh, That's sick. Star Trek, New Ho.
Birds
Oh
of
my
May.
God. Bat Twinkle, Birds of Nil.
Charlie.
Oh, wow. Where's the
He's a great.
Ghostbusters 2016? You gotta put that
I don't know. He
Dude, I
only had
tried
so much
watching
room.
that a couple
Did
weeks
you
ago.
really? Did
I
you
did like
really?
15 minutes and like I'm out.
Oh my God. You gave it a shot though. I'm proud of you for trying.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, because I was gonna see Afterlife, so I'm like, oh, let me see this thing, and I was like, oh my God, no.
You haven't seen Afterlife yet, or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah, loved it.
Oh, I did too. I liked it a lot.
Loved it. A lot
Very
of fun.
cool. But yeah, I got to admit, I trusted everybody on 2016 and didn't even. I did
that for the longest time, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm like really not doing anything right now. Let me put this garbage on.
I mean, it was just out there like on Netflix or something where you could find it easier.
Mm-hmm. It was out there.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was. Wow, yeah, what man. You tried, brother. I mean, that's the important thing. We had I remember, you don't know if you know Ash, but our buddy Ash was Hungry Boy says, let's see, okay, it was on Paulie's channel. Clobberin and I spoke. Oh, we were speaking of Garcia Lopez. Yes, one of the greats. I love him. Great artist.
Cool.
Ash got me to rewatch the stupid Green Lantern movie.
Did it get better with time?
It had been a decade at that point, and he really likes it. We love it. Again, Ash is the greatest example. Ash is a very young fella. Right?
Yeah.
And he likes a lot of stuff that many of us don't like. He likes the sequels. He likes, he likes a lot of stuff I don't like. And of course, again, another point, he comes on and we tease each other about stuff, and he's got a good sense of humor. I really love Ash. I miss Ash. But he really likes that movie. We did a Green Lantern Roundtable earlier this year, a two-parter. And the first part, he said he liked that movie, and he heard us like ragging on it and stuff. And I said to him, I said, dude, you like it. That's all that matters. You get your time to talk about it. You want to talk about that movie? Dude, we love you, man. You just talk whatever you want. And he did, and he gave a great presentation on it and everything. And of course, we had a two-part. Like the next week, I think Game R&B came on. We all talked Green Lantern, And but anyway, he did that so well. I was like, it's been 10 years. Let me watch it again. I like it. Let me just go see. Let me just because you do change. I don't know about you. Maybe I'm the only one. But I was talking earlier before you came on how there are things I haven't seen in 20 or 30 years or whatever it is, and I go back. I could go back and dive on again, and who knows, and see what happens. Maybe I'll like it better.
Well, you talked about Force Awakens. When it came out, I loved it. It is not stood the test of time. That is not aged well at all.
Yeah, and for some people, it took Last Jedi to trigger that badness. I hated it from the beginning, but you're right. Most people didn't. And I
can separate the movies, but still, like I saw it last year or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. And I hear you, man. You're not the only one that has said that. So, G-Bud says, I tried to watch Green Lantern movie. At least you lasted 10 minutes. How long did you last with 2016 Ghostbusters?
Same thing, 10-15. It was god awful.
That's true, badass. It was filmed in New Orleans to our shame.
Some of these movies, Romy sits with me, and she's always a good gauge. Because she's pretty smart, and she was like, this is just not funny. Turn it off.
Oh, Hungry Boy says, thanks, Latino Slam, for helping me beat Clobberin. Well, and thank you, because Hungry Boy has been a fantastic friend of the show, man. But so was Paulie, man. But yeah, she was about done with it too, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and then she recently sat down the other day and watched the first episode of Boba. And she didn't like the action parts. She liked the talking. She's like, okay, but it's still like Mandalorian, which she kind of liked. So it's just always interesting to see like what people outside of our circles think, of stuff. Because we gotta get real tunnel vision too. But my dude, I think I gotta go.
Oh, brother, I cannot tell you how happy I am that you hung out with me tonight, bro. It's always an honor and a pleasure. You've been again, like I tell everybody, you're the first friend I made when I came over to YouTube. and
Yeah.
you've been a fantastic pal. And we love you over here at Clobby's Corner, brother. So
yeah, likewise, man. And we're taking time off from the nighttime Wednesday night shows because we're doing the daytime thing, which I think has been working out really nicely. So
like the one today,
like the one today. So every Wednesday we're doing it's either with Conkle or R&B. I'm trying to get both of them at the same time.
Okay, it caught me off guard, so that's why I came in late. I was doing some stuff I'd known I'd have been there early.
Yeah.
So when I'm home, I'll be there, bro. So
yeah, I was trying to push for noon, but he had something, so we did 11. I'm trying to do like right after Midnight's Edge, or at least 3 hours after they start.
Okay. Well, good, bro. Good. Yeah. Man, the daytime's a good place to be.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying is like I'm glad I had some time off to hang with you because
Thank you, man.
And then
anytime, brother.
Was on Salty Texas Sea last night. That was fun.
Excellent. Well, what's coming up now in the immediate future?
Right. Every day we're releasing a morning video we're doing a countdown, and tomorrow's number 9, top 10 Latina actresses for 2022.
Been enjoying those.
Yeah. It's very talented, very talented selections this year.
A very lovely selection for sure.
Yeah. So today was a woman. Her name is Melissa Barrera. She's in Scream, the new Scream. Mm-hmm. She's like the young lead. Mm-hmm. And then she was in the Heights, and then she's got a movie coming out next year. So everyone in this top 10, they're like are doing
big time stuff. Nice.
Wow. I'm just like, it's funny because I think Leslie Grace is low. She's in my top 10, but she's going to be low just because even though she did In the Heights last year, she's only got Batgirl coming out, but that's still a big deal,
right?
As an actor. So what I'm basing it off of is their work in 2021, work and projections for 2022. And then if they, are winning any awards during this season, like Salma Hayek is on the list because she got a Hollywood Walk of Fame. And then she was in House of Gucci, which, it's a great list, dude. So tomorrow is number 9, Annie Gonzalez, who is a firecracker.
Nice. And what about streams coming up? I know you don't karaoke like you used to, but
yeah, we might do a nightcap tomorrow or Friday. I gotta see. I almost want to. I gotta see, who to invite. So we'll see.
All right, dude.
If not, it'll be something surprised. We might do a Espanol during the weekend.
Okay. Well, since you're mentioning this one, let me go to the super chat real quick. Rod Thunderheart, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it, my friend. Says, "Hail, Clobby and Polly. I hear you, Polly. And I said my book covers 6 genres: romance, martial arts, sci-fi, comedy, drama, spy thriller. MA is Capoeira. And how do you say it? And the other
Capoeira and Quijong.
Thank you, because I was going to mess that one up. Thank you so much, Rod. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Rod. Congratulations, man.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Have a good night. Be safe.
All right. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man. And thanks to Mike's Mexican Iron Man out there. Give him a hug for me when you see him tomorrow. Just tell him it's from me. Later, brother.
Yeah, we'll take a picture. We'll put it up. We'll do something.
Absolutely. Be good, buddy.
Peace, brother.
Everyone, the great Paulie with the great Latino slant, as you all know. It's I'll put the link up anyway, even though I have it in my in my description below. If there are any of you who have not subscribed, please, and you probably all have, but just in case if you haven't, please go to his wonderful channel and subscribe. I love it when he pops in because he's a busy man. I don't bug him. I don't bug any of my friends on there to come on when they're they have enough things with their own channel, but when they can come on, I love it. And so, it was a good chance to spend some time, and we hadn't been able to talk in a while, so that was fantastic of him, and I appreciate it. Let's see here. Mark D, if you're busy, don't worry about it, but you have a link. I sent you the wrong one. I sent you Paulie's link. Monkey Jeebus, what's up, dude? Wrong one. There we go. If you feel like it, bro. Oh, thank you, Matthew Patton. Well, you picked up one sub, then there you go. Unless you meant you were already subbed, of course. But there you go. Well, What in the hell's going on, folks? Well, that was amazing. Get a chance to hang out with Polly again. One of these days, Mexican Iron Man, you got to come in and hang out. We'll talk about the Flash. Nah, just kidding. We'll talk about Iron Man, because you know what? Mexican Iron Man is Iron Man, of course, but I don't know all of his favorite characters. I think that's one thing we've never done is talk about what his favorite comics are. So I'm going to put you on the spot, Mexican Iron Man. If you hear me, brother, you got to come on one of these nights and just talk some comics with me, because I don't think we've ever done that. So one of these days, come hang and talk some funny books with me, because I know you've read comics. Let's see here. You were too kind, hungry boy. You were too kind. I appreciate you, man. What else is going on out there in the Geekverse, folks? Let's see. I hope I didn't miss anyone saying hello to anybody. I hang out with Polly every Tuesday on Midnight's Espanol. Excellent. Yeah. You know what? I do need some help from any comics fans here, because I get these spells. See, I want to have a topic. Wednesday night doesn't matter. It's Wild Card Wednesday. That it's like an emergency topic, and I need a night to do a topic. It's for that mostly. What Monday night? I need a comics topic to come up with. Let's see here. Let me pound my desk some more, like that. Was that annoying? Sorry. They hate this. I like to torture them. So, I'm trying to think of, I had one and I can't remember it now. Probably, hopefully I'll remember it in time. What the hell? But it's something. Well, I know you could, hungry boy, but again, remember, the thing is, if I get one, I need time to get ready for it. That's why I have. If I don't have one, if I got a simple one, yes. If it's a biggie, like Monkey Jeebus right there. There's a point. Case in point. Planetary. I should do a deep dive. That would be more of a classic comics review. I should review Planetary. I have to go back and read it again when I do have it. However, it's got to be something I will be able to be ready for from now till Monday. I must confess, I'm not the most organized. So sometimes I need time to cobble things together. And a lot of times I just wing it. I'll go, I'm doing this topic, and I'll name it. I'll advertise it. I'll put it out there. And then crap will happen, and go through the weekend like a day or two before it. I'll have done no research. No refreshing. I can come on. Let's do it. Hey, you name the Wednesday, brother, and it's on, buddy. You name it, brother. Okay? Yep. So any Wednesday, dude, I'll keep bugging you about it, Michael. You the man. So I'll get to like the day before, and then I'll just wing it. I'll go, uh-oh, I didn't get to do any show prep. Oh my God. But if it's comics, I can usually kind of wing it. Let's see here. Andy Masterson. And again, I had a big Captain America show planned for last year, and I failed. So a Captain America show one night I had it planned, and we had to change it because something happened. Now, Phantom Outsider, best Legion of Superheroes arcs. Here's the thing about that. I need to talk to you a little bit about that one, because outside the Great Darkness saga and maybe Earth War, there aren't a lot of arcs that stand out for me. There's some good ones, don't get me wrong, but I would have to think about that a little bit. But that's a good one. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna do a review of the Great Darkness saga this year. Oliver Belamonte says, "How about a list of worst comic book artists as a topic?" Oh man, I don't know. That's a lightning rod right there. I did Best Comics with our dear departed buddy Mark C, and I did a show where we picked our all-time favorite comics artists. Mike says, Monday Night Throwdown, why Flash sucks. Prove the Mexican Iron Man wrong. Prove the Mexican wrong, you dude. Okay. I don't know if I can prove you wrong, but all I can prove to you is that I love the Flash. Could it be any Flash, or has it got to be only specific? All of them? Do all of them have to suck? Archie superheroes. Do you like which ones? Who are your Archie? Do you have favorite Archie superheroes? The Mighty Crusaders? Do you like the little red circle ones? Do you like Matthew Pounder? Do you like the Fly and Shield and such? The Dark Shadow Logan says, I hated Frank Quitely when he did the new Z-Men and made Beast look like a cat. I hated that too. I hated Cat Beast. A story arc could be 2 books. There you go. Hey, okay. Sure, fair enough. There's 3 flowers in a vase. The third flower is green. If the third flower is green, it might be impossible, man. Fly, Steel Sterling, yep. Did you buy that, Matthew? Did you get that, was it mid-80s or was it mid-80s or whatever, Mighty Crusaders and all those other Red Circle revival of the Archie characters? Did Rich Buckler do some of those? I bought some of those. Yeah, Z-Men is about right. That Morrison run on X-Men was weird, dude. And see, I like Quitely. I love All-Star Superman, but his faces are weird. There's no question about it. Now, by the way, next Tuesday night, I believe on Loki's channel, we'll be reviewing Superman versus the Elite. Looking forward to that. Looking sideways to that, too, as a matter of fact. Looking all over the place to that one. Yeah, see, there's some. Now, these are good ones for review shows. I won't be able to do any review shows this Monday. I am interested in seeing. I got to ask Paulie. I got to remember to ask Paulie which Moonlight he's going to be reading, because I've been rereading some of those, too. Problem is, there's a lot of Moonlight to read. Well, for 50 years, not a lot, but, really for 50 years, it isn't a lot, but if you think about it that way. The Computer Story, The Fatal Death of Farrelad, Dialogue of Space. I love, The Death of Farrelad. That's a killer. Origin of Wildfire, which you can see on my avatar right there. Of course, that was the opening story of the Baxter series, The Death of Karate Kid. Worst artists compare Byrne in 1979 to 2019. What did he do in 2019? Did Byrne do one? Barry's okay. So I guess it would be flat. It would be Wally. See, I like Jay Garrick and Barry. I got to be honest with you. I don't like I like Wally West as Kid Flash. I don't like him as Flash. Yeah, Moon Knight versus Jack Russell. Hilarious. Marvel will never do that, Moon Knight. Yeah, I was reading that one. I've been reading that one, actually. Let's take a look at it, because that one is hilarious. I'm glad you mentioned that. Because I've been rereading. I got the Moon Knight Epic collection. What's up, dude?
Hey,
thanks for stopping in. Hope you weren't too tired.
A little bit, but what I'm getting better, but just gotta take it easy. So you get bored too, being home all day and trying to keep up on your emails. And no, it's nothing. It's really nothing. So much to do about nothing. But you're supposed to stay home. So
no, I hear you there. Well, thanks for popping in, man.
Yeah, no, it was a good discussion you had with Paulie there. Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
DC: The New Frontier. That's an interesting choice, Monkey Jeebus, and I might do a review on that. I love the movie, but both the movie and the comic have one thing in it. God rest, Darwin Cook's soul, by the way.
Yeah.
Have something in there that really aggravated me, but yeah. Anything by Matt Wagner. You know what I would review by Matt Wagner? Pop culture. I would review Mage, his first Mage series from the 80s. The origin was in Superboy 195. Yes. Let's see here. A list of favorite Marvel DC sidekicks. There you go. I got villains coming up. That's for sure. JLA Avengers. You know, I gotta cobble that all together to read that. I'll tell you one day. I'll tell you the story of why I was reluctant to read that JLA Avengers when it came out. It's very geek fanboyish. Just another red shirt. Well, hello. Yeah, the first Mage series. Tyrock's origin was unintentionally funny. Yes, it was. So I don't know if you heard, but Paulie said he and Nina are going to be rereading Moonlight comics, but I don't know which ones.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I guess they're not starting it from the very beginning, but I never was a big Moon Knight fan. I mean, nothing against the character. I just read a few issues and thought he was kind of Batman derivative, but so was some other character. Yeah, but
in a way,
he didn't grab me. Yeah, in some ways. I mean, of course, you could say Daredevil is, or that's fun. There's a lot of stuff that's derivative of other characters, but just never grabbed me. But it doesn't mean I won't watch the series, or maybe I'll go read a bunch more of the comics now, because I know some friends were like huge Mark Spector fans, and of course he spells his name correctly, so that gets extra points from me. So,
there you go.
Yeah,
good to see you. Just another red shirt. We don't. Let's see here. You have. There. I'm curious because I'd like to know which ones Gary recommended them to read, because it just depends. There are about 8 series, and he was never. I mean, you saw him. I have him somewhere on my. I forgot where I put him on my list. To be honest with you,
he was in the 80s, I think, or
I think it's in the 80s. Yeah, he's not one of my all-time favorites or anything.
Yeah,
but I like him.
Interesting character, though.
Yeah, but see, his first appearance is pretty funny. If you read this, wow, they're not. I hope they don't. In a way, I hope they do read this. This first appearance, wow, dude, just wow.
It's that I haven't read
great cover.
That bad, or
Whew, man, it's pretty funny, and not intentionally.
Not intentionally. And this is when did this come out?
Early 70s. This was around 73 or 4, whatever, 73 or 4, something like that. And he's just not likable. He's a mercenary, which Mark Spector's a mercenary.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. It's hard to explain, but
yeah, it doesn't have any of the personality disorder and any of those traits yet, I'm sure.
Right now, Hungry Boy. That's a great cover. Yeah, but the art on the insides. But nothing against Don Perlin, but wow.
The Stalker called Moonlight. Yeah, well, that's not a good title for these days, right? I mean,
yes,
it's how language changes. Yeah,
but that's his first appearance right there. Well, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna go through the roof now. Unfortunately, all those people that bought those Eternals comics for thousands of dollars are regretting that now. That was the time to sell before that movie came out. We'll see how.
Sell those Eternals, babies. When they're too late, nobody's going to buy them. Anyone who paid stupid money for an Eternals comic deserves to pay stupid money for an Eternals comic. I love them. I love Kirby's Eternals.
Yeah.
We reviewed it here. I love it, but Jesus, you're crazy.
Well, it's worth. I mean, it's obviously worth. I mean, I'd love to have the series, but when I was at Comic-Con just before that, I was seeing issues for $600, $800, graded, and I'm like, God, you could buy these in the dollar bin. A couple of years ago. So,
yeah, he's a total asshole in this comic. He's beating the crap out of a werewolf, by the way. I was wondering why he could. Man, this was when I think he had super strength under the moon or some kind of crap.
Yeah, he got his powers to the moon, right? Yeah.
But for a while.
Yeah. And then he got the powers from the Egyptian god. I can't remember, right? Yeah.
Khonshu. Werewolf by Night won the Art Borf Award when Perlin was inked by Coletta. Wow. Coletta could ruin just about anybody. I never was a big Perlin guy. I got to say, Hungry. You know, I don't know if you knew him. And D-Bud, yeah, I was not the big. I don't know. I didn't like him on Bloodshot.
Some of the art I'm seeing today in the comic books I'm buying, though, this has got it beat, I'll have to say. So maybe that's not a fair comparison, but
no.
Yeah, that's very flat and very, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't have an inker. He inked this himself. He actually inked these himself, though, there. Yeah, Perlin's Ghost Rider, oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I wonder how much that issue is going for now. Let me check.
The trailer probably popped it up quite a bit. But this has been in the works for a while, so they've gone up. I have a replica of that first appearance.
I mean, the costume is very cool in the comics, but there's no doubt that's a cool costume design. And they're trying to replicate it. You know, he's just in the trailer for a few seconds, so some people liked it, some people didn't. I don't think we've seen it enough to make a judgment. Sometimes what happens is some of these CGI, you know, you were talking about Green Lantern before the movie, you know, the CGI stuff just makes it look you get that uncanny valley effect, or things don't look right. So it looked a little off to me. So I don't know if that's just the trailer, because I mean, that's a tough costume to pull off. So
yeah, still a cool costume though.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah. Well, it's just like think of how tough it is to make these superhero costumes, right? All the designers and all the work that goes in them. We got to see Spidey's original costume finally in the movie, but he's got the sewing machine. But think of how all the skills it takes to try to reproduce that. It's not easy.
Well, see, I didn't buy this comic when it first came out. I'd barely seen Moonlight that much. When he, like I say, first appeared in whatchamacallit, Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
What
number was that? The first one?
Werewolf by Night, 32.
32. I'm looking it up in my program.
I like this.
Holy crap, Batman!
You found it?
$1,200? Are you kidding me?
It's always been pretty expensive, but I guess it didn't help that it went up that much. Doug Oberg, what's up, bro?
It was 2019. It was $2,000, and then it just popped up over. I mean, this is it's all whatever someone will pay for it too, obviously, right? But this is comic based software I use. So it's doubled in value. So. And all the comics have gone up like crazy too. Or I shouldn't say all, but a ton of comics have, especially these key issues. So,
I mean, I guarantee you that it spiked when that trailer came out.
Yep.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah, it's like the stock market, right? I mean, we're not promoting any investment advice here, but you take a gamble, and some Eternals you might lose. You did lose. Some of these books you might win. I have the first appearance of Squirrel Girl, and damn, they canceled that show, and I'm still waiting for her to become a big star so I can sell that issue off.
Wasn't that like a ROM or annual or some kind of?
Yeah, it was in. I think it was in ROM. Yeah, it was in ROM. I think. Yeah, and normally I miss all the first appearances, even though I have a pretty decent collection. And it's like I miss Deadpool, brain freeze, Merc with a Mouth.
Deadpool.
Deadpool, is it? Yeah, Deadpool. I miss, I have like almost every issue of that series except, was it 97 or 98?
Right.
And then you look it up, it's like, oh, Rocket Raccoon. It's like, oh, didn't I have that Hulk annual? No, I'm missing that Hulk. Wasn't a Hulk annual 3 or whatever the heck the annual was? I'm the number. Like, oh, I'm missing. You're going through all these key issues. You're like, come on, I got everything else. Why don't I have that one? But it's they're driving up these single issues or key issues are going through the roof lately.
Andy Masterson, I see it. You like that costume, Andy? Let's see. I'm trying to. He sent a picture of a. Is that a figure? Or is that a statue or what? That's a.
I think he said it's a Moonlight statue on your Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Wish the costume looked like that. Yeah.
Let's see here.
He DM'd it to you. Yep.
Let me see, Andy. We'll take a look at it. I mean, I have it, but let me
Oh yeah, D. Olberg said, yeah, the French actor died. Yeah, what you're saying. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was reading that. That was so sad in the ski accident. God.
Yeah, damn, that's a shame. Yep, 37 years old.
Yeah, I think they collided on the slopes as a freak. Just a freak, like wasn't like he was doing anything crazy that we know of so far. Like my dad, we used to go skiing a lot as kids, and my dad, some kid was skiing real fast and crashed into my dad, and my dad's like, "You SOB, what are you doing? Didn't you see me?" And the kid's like, "Oh, Mr. D, I'm so very sorry. It's me, Jeff." It was like a kid from down the street. He's like, "Well, watch where you're going," and I'm Jeff. It's like figuring like you're in a mountain in Vermont skiing, and it's like my buddy Jeff from like down the street. It's like, wow. Oops. No one got hurt, but
oh man, well, well, that's a damn shame though. Yeah, this I don't know. That's kind of I don't know. You like that one? I'm not big on the overly complicated costumes like that, but
too muscular or just
I don't know. But Andy likes that one. He wants it to look like that. Well, there you go. I mean, that's amazingly well done and stuff. I'll show you what he looked like when I first saw him. And again, he's not a character that means the world to me.
Yep.
Let me nuke that one. Had to nuke one. All right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The good thing with those is, guys, if you don't click on them, and we get them, or RK will get them. It's not like it. Thankfully, it's not a hateful message like we've had some of those once in a while. But
right.
Not that you want them, but as long as you don't click on it, you're and I think everyone knows by now. Like, I wonder how many clicks these guys get. Are they? Unfortunately, it's probably someone running a bot chain in a room somewhere, and it's not even something under their control. They're being paid to do it, I'm sure, and just but at some point you think, wow, who the heck is actually clicking on this? Yeah.
All right, let's see here. So, yes, it's a Kirby cover, of course. This one here. But let's see. So he was they didn't really know what to do with him at this stage of the game. This was still Don Perlin. Doug Minch, Don Perlin, buddy. So there's that oops again. Man, you made it a whole bunch of pages before we started. Comicology's been doing this to me. I don't know if you've been using them much or if it's been doing it to you, but it's so annoying.
And I wonder if that's happened to anyone else. I mean, I use Comicology once in a while, but haven't been using it. I got enough. Unfortunately, I'm behind on my physical copies too. But sometimes you get them. Like I'll get the code from Marvel when you buy it and you put it in. I'll read it on the iPad because it's easier with my old eyes. But
yeah. Well, that's right. It gives you the code even if you buy the physicals, right?
Yeah, if you buy it, yeah. And but they just changed it to some stupid system where they want you to take a pic. Not before they had like a code and a sticker, you'd peel it off, and I think people actually would buy the floppies and actually resell the codes, which I guess is legal to the digital. And now that what they did, they changed it so you have to take a picture of the book. It's like I got thing number 2. I want to put it in digital because, hey, I paid for it. Might as well put it in digital. You have to send a picture holding the book because you can't just like go to like, a picture of thing number 2. And then they send you an email back. It's like, I hope this only lasts for like a month or they change it because I can only imagine the work that it takes to like verify it. It's just ridiculous. But
Hungry Boy says, "Why are we talking about Moonlight when we could be talking about Legion?" Well, I want to do when we talk about Legion. I want to have. I've already told Thoth. I would have Lord Thoth. I would have him on from when we talk about it. Mark's not a Legion fan, so
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I appreciate him, but I just love listening to you guys that are experts talk about. I've only read a few issues, but yeah, it's fun to hear you guys talk about all those stories and great backgrounds on those characters. Yeah.
Speaking of Legion, at least I like this Defenders era with Keith Giffen when he was basically ripping Kirby. I mean, they just said, "Yeah, go ahead and rip Kirby. We won't mind."
You sure that's not? Come on, that's Kirby.
That's Keith Giffen. But sure looks like it, don't it?
It does. Yep. There's nothing wrong with imitating greatness,
especially the big page. Especially that big page. You think some? I know you're just kidding, Hungry Boy, but I know that, dude. But I'm just saying, I do want to, I do. Look, I can't. I'm chomping at the bit to talk some Legion again. Hungry Boy, we know it's cool, bro. But look at this, Hungry Boy. I mean, you tell me, did they say anything to Keith Giffen when he tried to draw like Jack? Did it just say, "Fine, whatever, man"?
Did Kirby get a cut of this issue?
No, and don't ever say you're sorry, dude. You're a friend here, man. We know you're cool. But I'm wondering, Hungry Boy, in your honest opinion, you think they? I don't know.
I think nuts, they. Dude. My uninformed opinion would be that they asked him to draw like that, and was Kirby that had left Marvel at this point too, or was he
back at Marvel at this point?
Is that back at Marvel? So yeah, they've got to say, hey, it's just my guess that they would say to do that because it's so obvious too, right? And if Jack is there, he's going to see it too. That's like when we're on.
I love this.
That's great. No, it's beautiful. Like we're on J-Man's channel before and talking Karate Kid. It's like they had the same director for Rocky and Karate Kid, and Stallone would always joke with the director like, "Hey, you ripped off my idea," because Karate Kid had so many similarities to Rocky and the theme. But they're both they stand on their own, separately. But yeah.
So he was told that Giffen. He was told that Giffen was told Black Panther ain't selling bad. Well, they said, yeah, that was when Kirby was doing Black Panther. So wow, good to know.
Interesting, yep.
It doesn't get a complaint from me. I don't know what Jack thought about it, but
yeah, I wonder he might be. Yeah, where's my paycheck? Right, it's like
but for a short stint there. On Defenders, look at that. Jesus Christ. It was pretty blatant.
Yep. Well, it's like the artist on Hawkeye, right? Who did, all the, the artwork for that, the series, the 2012 series. And there was a lot of scuttlebutt about how he should have gotten paid for the TV show, something.
Yeah.
See if they're using your style, right? That's his creation is. Of course, you were saying that he's copied, that the artist had copied some other styles, but
that artist to me was copying, and they were all he was copying kind of like a Tim Sale, who was copying kind of a Dave Mazzucchelli, he was copying a Sanmi, who was copying a Sale, who was copying a Mazzucchelli, who was copying a Alex Toth. I mean, that style pretty much is owed to Alex Toth to me, I think. I mean, it's great stuff. And that artist may know that well enough.
Yeah, of course, he applied it to Hawkeye and came up with the purple, so. But, I hear you on that, too, yeah.
I mean, he may as well have paid Kirby. I mean, just paid Kirby outright for that. They should have paid him.
Yeah.
Comic Relief Crusader, hello there. Look at that. I mean, he should pay Jack Kirby for that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's amazing. I love it, though. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. If I didn't know this, I'd just say, oh, hey, Kirby. But then I would go, there's the thing. If I didn't know, I would say something like, I didn't realize Kirby did Defenders. When did he do that? And someone says, no, it's Keith Giffen.
Right.
Oh. I only knew because I knew. I mean, I wasn't even reading the series that much at that time, but just years of research. But probably, if I think back long enough, when I first saw this, I probably thought Kirby.
Yeah.
And then someone would say, "No, really, it was Keith." Oh, so it could have happened to me at some point. I don't know, because it looks. I mean, this is a damn fine a job of ripping Kirby as I've ever seen.
I think Jack would like that, right? Or he'd be honored, maybe, right? Or
don't know.
You would think, he might not get mad about,
He was there at the time, though.
Yeah.
He was, working for him. I don't know.
Yeah. In terms of getting, hey, you're going to use my style on all these books, And of course, we know how it ended, unfortunately, in terms of not getting, if they had to pay Kirby for all these creations, there's a lot of zeros in the end of that paycheck. So,
yep. Yeah,
that's a nice artwork. Yeah,
a little bit less Kirby on that one, but still. In fact, not much Kirby on that one. Very slight Kirby, but it also looks like
a little machine maybe. And
let's see here.
Oh, we were talking about Rocket Raccoon before. It was
Jansen. I knew it. Klaus
Jansen.
Klaus Jansen. Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
Wow. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hungry Boy. Phantom was right. Yeah, it wasn't an annual. It was Incredible Hulk 271. And it's only going for $260, $250 right now. So I would think Rocket Raccoon would be more popular than value-wise than Moon Knight, wouldn't you think? Or comic book collecting-wise, I'm surprised at that, but
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only that's discrimination against Rocket Raccoon. Come on.
Yeah.
I think that issue would be going for more, but that for years that was in the bargain bin too, right? For $1 or whatever.
Yep. Well, I'll show you where I first saw Moon Knight. Let's see here. There was a magazine in the Hulk had a black and white magazine for a while, but later he had a color magazine that was just called the Hulk. The black and white was called the Rampaging Hulk, but in the back of Hulk, the color magazine, Moon Knight was in there.
Oh, interesting.
But this is Bill Sienkiewicz in his. I'm going to draw like Neil. You know how we were just looking at Giffen drawing like Kirby. This is Sienkiewicz drawing like Adams. And it gets more and more blatant Adams rip with every page. Some of it is really blatant, which is fine. I liked it,
And then you develop your own style, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, he was better when he was ripping Adams. In my opinion, he looked better when he was ripping Adams. I don't know. I just think he looked better ripping Adams.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just me, but yeah, this is when he was getting closer to more of the, the darker stories, and later both the same team started him on this regular series. They're the covers.
So these on sale right now. The Moon Knight Essentials and things, did the Comicology put them on?
I don't know, it's not anymore, but then they had that sale a couple months back. I got it for like $1.98 or something.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so it's a Moon Knight Epic Collection. I used to love this Hulk magazine, by the way.
Marvel's TV sensation. I love that. Yeah. And it was a big hit, that Hulk TV show too. I mean, you had there was no term normies back then, but everyone was watching that Hulk show. I mean. Everyone talked about it. It's I was a kid back then. I was 10 years old, so and then when it came out, but everyone was talking about, how did you see the Hulk?
That's so true about Jansen, Hungry Boy, trying to be Tom Palmer. He overpowered people like Palmer. Let's see. Bill S. got his Marvel work by Adams, telling Marvel, I can't do it, but I got a kid here who draws like me.
That's hysterical.
Man, I love the stuff that Hungry Boy brings, the stories and stuff like that. Was he working for him with the Krusty Bunkers, or was he working at the studio with Adams, or what? Hungry Boy, he'll know. But yeah, I love these Hulk mags. I love those covers, man.
Were those oversized? They're magazine size, obviously.
It was magazine,
yeah.
It was a. For the longest time, it was Rampaging Hulk was a black and white magazine.
Okay.
But he had a color mag for a while. Tim Stock, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, that's true, Matthew Pounder. He is political, unfortunately. He's a jerk off. I don't really like his later style. What he did on New Mutants, and then Stray Toasters, and of course Electra Assassin. Even before that, I don't know. It wasn't my bag, really, to be perfectly honest. A lot of people liked it. Of course, he really was the wrong choice for Fantastic Four, but Joe Sinnott tried to fix him as best as he could. No, Bill S. wasn't a Krusty Bunker, okay, but was doing ad work, and Adams was doing ad work, thus intersecting with. Okay, is it true, Hungry Boy, that Neil Adams told Frank Miller that he had no talent? I've heard that from more than a couple of people. I wonder if it's true. He would tell people. They used to say, if you don't want to know what Neil Adams thinks about your art, don't ask him. He'll tell you.
Well, if you're Jack Kirby, you're safe, probably, right?
Well, yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah, he wasn't insane. He wouldn't go after the king. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to find the first issue I got. I bought a Hulk mag. This is it, I think. One of these. Some more Hulk covers. Oh, that's it right there. Holy crap, that's the first one I got. Well, these are the covers.
Recognize it, yep.
I think it's this one right here, the yellow one there. I mean, I think I bought all these. I don't know if it's true, but it's a tale that's been told by 3 sources. Adams never denied it. Wow. It's believable. Hungry Boy, I'm gonna throw a name at you. I'm gonna have faith that nobody here will care about this name. I won't really say much about him because I've had him on the show. But do you know a guy named Arlen Schumer? I'm taking a risk, but he's gonna say yes. He's gonna know him. Oh my God! And if so, I'll tell you a story. I'll send you emails, but anyway, yeah, look, this is it, dude. I think this is the first Moonlight story I ever got. He's fighting this dude who's killing nurses.
It looks kind of like the Joker there a little bit. Or...
Yeah, he's a nut. The Hatchet Man hits me. Yep. That's more and more Adams like. Yeah, kid draws just like me, though. That's pretty funny. Oh, yeah. Some scary shite there.
Well, my first issue of Moon Knight that I read was Moon Knight series number 13, 11/1/1981. The cream of the jest. I don't know. Oh, Daredevil's on the cover. Doug Munich, Ron Wilson.
Ask me no questions, tell me no lies. Wow. Are you talking about a Moon Knight issue?
Yeah. I found my first issue in my collection that I had.
Okay.
So.
I'll see that in a second.
Yeah.
Bill asks, Bill Sienkiewicz, Comics Relief Crusader, with a funny spelling. I had a feeling you might know who he is, Hungry Boy. I can't believe I said his name on here. Oh well. No biggie. Not like he listens. He might know, and that never mind. I had him on the show a couple times before, and I'll never have him on again. So this is pretty cool. I haven't seen this in a long time. I remember buying this thing and thinking, wow, this is some pretty violent shit. And thinking Moon Knight's pretty cool. Yeah. He's like Batman. And I had the second issue. There you go. He's just like Batman. And then, of course, you're probably talking about that regular series, huh?
Yeah, the regular. Yeah, the regular when that started in 1980, I guess, when he first got his first series. Yeah.
Right. Marvel Preview 21 right there. That's a great cover. But that's expensive.
Yeah. That's nice.
But that's Mr. Adams, somebody's drawing like you, but you don't care. Looks like he drew Neil Adams there. That's actually Neil. Tom Palmer inking him. That explains a lot.
I like that though. I like that art.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let's gotta find it. Then of course he had his own series after these. Let's see. And I think the first 4 are in here. This chronicles what this book does. Is it shows all the stuff before he got his own regular series. It showed like the Werewolf by Night. It showed the Defenders stuff, the Marvel Spotlight stuff, the Defenders stuff, the Peter Spectacular Spider-Man, all this stuff. And then around 1980-ish, he got this comic called Moonlight, of course.
Yep. That's 82 smack rolls right now.
Really? How much?
$82.
It'll go up.
It's spiked up, isn't it? Spiked up. Well, actually, it's gone down according to this program from $100, but it'll spike back up again. Yeah.
It'll spike. Yeah.
But these are issues that then again you could buy. You know, I remember Moon Knight was never expensive to buy, so it was always pretty cheap. If you back issue wise. Yeah.
I just think that costume's cooler. It's just simpler.
Yeah, the simple costume. Yep.
I like the simpler costumes.
Streamlined. Yep.
Yeah, I can't stand these friggin' convoluted ones.
Well, I think
these complicated costumes.
On the characters that essentially a nude, quote unquote a nude character. When you draw it, it's really colored and it's a very simple, stylish. But if you put a person in that outfit, it's you got to have that physique, or that's why all these movie TV costumes add a lot of padding. And of course, the first Batman with the plastic outfit, and because Keaton didn't have any muscles, so they do these complicated costumes to they do probably look better on film relative to trying to do this kind of costume,
right?
Like Spider-Man, the first one they
added. Bud? Sorry, go ahead.
Take care, D-Bud. Yeah, like Spider-Man, they added all the ribs to the costume in the movie, and added all those the textures and the stuff.
I just,
but maybe didn't. But like you look at all in the 70s when they had all the guys dressing up as Spider-Man and the Hulk and different Cap. Those costumes always look so lame. I mean, when they had them, those pictures with Stan Lee or Kirby or they really didn't look that good. So it's I agree with you. I like this costume. It's much sleeker and scary. It's got versus all the the bells and whistles they had today.
I can't believe he had. It's interesting. Hungry Boy Frank Springer of all people inking Bill Sienkiewicz. But and nothing against Frank Springer, by the way. But that's the guy that you associate with Dazzler. For God's sake, wasn't Frank pretty old at that point, Hungry Boy? I mean, he was doing Dazzler, but having him inking Sienkiewicz is interesting to me. Nothing against it, just. Let's see here. I miss old school 4-color colorings versus Photoshop making comics art look like plasticiner. What's it? Plasticiner clay. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry, buddy. Andy Masterson, I think you're thinking of Frank Robbins, sir. Well, Frank Springer did do Invaders also, but Frank Robbins did most of it. Didn't Springer ink him on it? Yeah, he was quite. I mean, yeah. But I hear you about Frank Springer. I wasn't, some of his stuff, but it was Frank Robbins I don't know. Trying not to speak ill, but
Yep.
I mean, I can't judge anybody. I can't draw at all.
Yeah, but remember, Cal said that we shouldn't say that anymore. We should just say, "Hey, if you like it or don't like it," right? She'd be kicking us in the shins right now.
Oh, we're not supposed to do that anymore. I forgot.
No, you're supposed to say, "Hey, if you like it or don't like it." Yeah, just because you can't draw, right? Or
Yeah.
So, which is kind of a point too. You either, I mean, it's like you were talking about before. You don't, you got to have civil disagreements or debate or talk about why you like things. Or like I put a joke in the chat, like, well, I think blue is much better than green, and we're going back and forth joking about which color is better. I mean, some, like, I actually can't believe, I still love J-Man, but I think that's the first person I've ever met who liked Highlander 2 passionately. Although it was the the remix, but
I agree, Andy Masterson. I agree with you on both of those. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah. So but like you could disagree.
Never heard that.
Like
Highlander 2.
Yeah, I thought I was on the panel tonight about Karate Kid 2 versus 1, and I thought he was joking when he said, well, like, we're talking about bad sequels, and the panel voted Karate Kid 2 under his system is better than Karate Kid 1, although I love both movies. But so I'm like, well, Highlander 2. He's like, I love Highlander 2, and I started to laugh because I thought he was joking.
I thought he was kidding me. Yeah, but he didn't see that version either, though.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said you weren't there opening night with me in the movie theater.
Damn theater like you and I were.
Holy crap! What did I just watch? It was like I couldn't believe it.
They took all that. Now I could understand wanting to see the Renegade cut, I guess, but
I've seen it because I bought like a Highlander.
It still sucks.
It's moderately better. You didn't hear me say that, but I mean that's like saying cow dung smells better than dog poo. I mean it's
still a bad movie.
It's still a bad movie, and the only reason I own it, people, is and it doesn't exist in my dojo because I bought like a Highlander set, Blu-ray set or whatever. It came in the set just in case any of my friends are listening. That's like our thing, But Highlander, dude.
Well, there's some badass covers here.
I like that, with the color. Yeah, see, with a simple costume, that looks a lot cooler versus if you had all those, belts and padding and things that kind of over design things.
Yeah, these were from a. In the when the Moonlight series was coming out at that point, a couple of years into that, they did a couple of prestige format type, they did a slick format paper where they reprinted some of those Sienkiewicz Hulk backups. So these were, it's called Special Edition, Moonlight Special Edition. So these were reprints of those stories. It was comic shops only, was direct sales.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
And after not too long, this Moonlight series. Actually, these covers are nice. That's a great one there. These Moonlight series itself went direct sales, comic shops only. After a while, I think the one
you posted that on Twitter. Yeah, that was when I was so depressed because Micronauts went. But
oh, that's right. Yeah,
so I'm like, Mom, can I have it? Yeah, I'm like, Mom, can I have a check for $12.50 or whatever it was, $8? Can you make it out to Marvel Comics? Like, you expect me to send a check away to someone so you can get comic books in the mail? So my buddy Joe, who is a big Micronauts fan with me, so his mom actually did it. So we would, like, he'd read the issue and then he'd share it with me. I think I traded him, so whatever we did, or he didn't care. Like, then I would read it and give it back to him. But we were pissed because you'd ride your bikes to the comic book store, or it wasn't a store; it was like the newsstand,
store, right? Yeah.
And get
no
your comics.
Near you?
No. I had to go to New York City to I had to get on a train for 45 minutes and didn't get to it. I mean, or you don't have a car as a kid, right? It's Mom, do you want to drive 30 minutes so I can get Micronauts comics? So
well, at this point, Micronauts was by Gil Kane, so I actually bought it. I bought the Gil Kane one just because I love Gil Kane so much. I didn't buy the series before that, so yeah.
Yeah, Golden was on the first 12 issues only.
Well, then Matt.
And he did some covers,
Broderick,
Yeah.
Then Pat Broderick, but then later Gil Kane went on there.
Yeah.
BMX bike to Piggly Wiggly, or in Australia to newsagent. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Newsagent. So Comic Relief Crusader. You liked Don Perlin on the Transformers comics. Okay, I never got any of those, but interesting. He went, yeah. Well, there you go. And he is the co-creator of Moonlight. So, yeah, those covers are pretty damn cool. Moonlight portfolio. Look at that, man. That's pretty cool, huh?
That is nice, yeah.
Frenchie.
That's scary.
Yeah, I like these epic collections. They're pretty damn nice. I have this. I have this
package, yeah.
I have this issue of Amazing Heroes. Oh my God, they got the ad. Hey,
you got the ads up for
I always
$2.
like the stupid ad up here. All right, this is what my ad was. I just love these ads. Let's see. Here you go. The Marvel Bullpen Man in the Street reporter asks, "What do you think of Moonlight?" Daredevil says, "Personally, I can't see him, but you can every month on newsstands everywhere." What do you think of Moonlight? They asked the Human Torch. He's not so hot, but he is found at newsstands everywhere. What do you think of Moonlight? Don't buy his comic book. Buy Hulk's comic book or else. Okay, but can we mention that Moonlight is found at the same newsstands? No.
It's awesome, yeah.
Which, by the way, became not true when he went to direct sales.
Yeah. How did that go going to direct sales? You were saying that was just so they could get into the comic shops? Like, wouldn't every comic shop already carry all the books anyway? Or what was the point of that?
They would, but they wanted to. At the time, a couple of Pacific Comics, Pacific Comics first, a few other Arbor Vanheim, the Windy Elf Quest, a lot of comics that were only available in comic shops were starting to do pretty well, and they wanted to be able to market to older readers who could only go to a comic shop comics with no ads, in some cases, and they were, by the way, also comic shops is non-returnable. If what you don't
it's
sell,
not returnable?
you eat. Yes, back then the newsstand stuff was all returnable. They said they made a
they'd
deal.
rip the cover
shops,
off and you'd send it back. Yeah,
not the comic shops, non-returnable.
Ouch.
So if you ordered it and you ordered too much, you eat it.
Yeah, literally.
So
or you don't eat. You don't eat that month, right? Yeah.
Right. Plus, they were seeing that a character like Moon Knight, for example, is not going to sell like X-Men or even the Hulk or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
A character like they did it with 3 books that weren't going to be that big on the stands anyway. They did it with Khazar. Again, he's just a Tarzan type of. It was a good comic, by the way. Khazar the Savage is another comic that was kind of limping along. Micronauts, I guess, is by the time they did it to Micronauts, it wasn't selling that well.
That couldn't have been selling well. Yeah, like how was that a draw? I guess, right? I mean,
because the toys
like
weren't
if they'd done it
right now.
But if they'd done it to Spider-Man, I mean, well, what year did it go?
This was 80.
Go exclusive. 82.
82 or something like that. You'd have to show me a cover, but
yeah.
So 82, somewhere up in there. It was pretty sure. It's
I remember I was back in middle school. 82. Yeah.
And 81, 82, somewhere up in there. So again, it's not like they were doing this with the Fantastic Four or they were doing it with every now and then. That John Byrne Silver Surfer comic one shot special with Tom Palmer inking him. That was direct sales. They wouldn't do it with a big character like Spider-Man necessarily or something like that.
But if they really wanted to, then they could. Yeah, then they would have. I'm trying to see if I could tell from the cover of Micronauts because you just had that Twitter. It says it on the cover, like now exclusive direct.
No, I don't know if it says it. All you can see is that there's no place for a UPC code at the bottom. That'll tell you right there.
Okay, yeah, I can tell you. All right, so that's I'm guessing would have been issue 38. It looks like and it's all the
and if you see here's which let's see
82.
It was 82. They did it. Okay.
If that's the right one, yeah.
How's that? It's a map of Hulk's path of destruction. Start Central Park, 6th Avenue, 56 Times Square. I love this.
Lincoln Tunnel. Hey, back when Giant Stadium was in New York City, right? Yeah.
Yep.
When the New York Giants played in New York.
Moonlight.
Someone's suing now too, because they're arguing that the New York Giants should play in New York, and it's not New Jersey. It's false advertising.
Yeah. Original art. There's the back cover. Yay.
That's nice, huh?
So, did you say you had a picture of your first one?
Yeah. Well, I'll show this Micronauts. I think this is. Let me share my screen here.
Micronauts or Moonlight?
Yeah, well, I'll show both. Yep. So I'll show. I got the Micronauts up now, so might as well share that. Then I'll flip to that. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there he is right there.
Yeah, sorry, it's small because of the program.
See, that's a direct sales issue. You can tell. See the where the price and everything is a diamond, and at the bottom, if this were a comic that was both, you could look at the at the bottom. You know
the issue before, right? Right here with Spidey's here, right?
Exactly. See at the bottom here, the fact that comic there is a direct sales issue, but it's also available in stores because you got Spider-Man's face in that little rectangular box at the bottom. If it were sold in stores, it would have the UPC code. So
right here.
The comic shop's edition has that little space filled. But if it's a comic shop's only comic, it's like this. There's nothing down there in that.
Yep.
So
so that and that makes sense too, kind of because they see like they got the whole team. So if they're going to the shop, like that's and this one too, it's
the golden cover. Huh?
Yeah, and they got
some golden covers there.
Yeah, so they probably did that. They got Mike Golden to do the covers for those two issues that were direct sales. Yep.
And I don't know who did the interior on this, but I don't know if Pat Broderick was still doing it or whether it was Kane at that point. But
it says Steve Ditko on this one.
Ditko did do it for a while. I mean, did a few.
Yep. And then Gil Kane, number 40.
There you go.
There's the thing there.
Yep. Gil Kane cover. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, what was your first issue of Moonlight?
They're going to Moonlight here. Yeah.
Cover. Dave Cockrum cover on Macronite's number 1. I know Hunger Boy likes that.
Those going up in value now too. God, I should have bought more copies. Sorry. Let's say that right. Should have bought more copies of Amazing Fantasy number 15 when it came out. So this is the first, like you were showing. That's the first. Covers.
I'm trying to remember which issue was the first one that was. If you can just keep going, we'll figure out which one is the first direct sales one. I like an Earl Norham cover right there. I bought all these. I got that.
You got that, yep.
Let's see here.
Well, this is my first issue that I bought, so I must have bought this in the newsstand.
Remember when they were young? We went to 7-Eleven and said, "Hey, where's some?" Yep, 7-Eleven on the corner for me, buddy. So, yep, you're still in the comic shop. In the comic shop plus.
Because that's how I got this one. Yeah, that's my first issue. Yep.
Did you buy it like that? That's it? Because yours won't have a Spider-Man head on it if you got it at the store.
Yeah, no, I've got to, or it would have the UPC in there probably. Yeah.
Yeah, if you bought it in the store.
Yeah. So these are all,
But still, it's that issue though.
That's it. That issue. Yep. Well, that's a cool cover.
There you go. That's the first direct sales issue. What
82.
Issue?
Yep.
What number is that? What number is that?
That is number 15.
There you go.
Wow,
nice.
It went up to $23. Wonder what that is. Yep.
Does it say? Is there any notation on there about it being first direct sales or no?
It doesn't, but that's got to be it, right? I mean, without that, if someone wants to Google it for us to check, but I'm assuming.
Well, they probably don't even know. A lot of the people who write the stuff on this now don't even know about the. That's kind of an obscure thing unless you were working.
Oh, here it's
shop. What?
It says in the notes here, direct. So in this program, so there,
Yeah, that's what I know.
Frank Miller, cover artist. Yep. So, and why is this one worth $40? What's going on with that one?
That one there?
First appearance of stained glass. Yeah, so it's first appearance. Yeah, there you go. Key issue.
Key
collector. See, I should have bought 14 too, Mark. Why don't I go back to the store the next week? But I think I remember liking this issue because I love Daredevil, so I probably grabbed it because
right.
I like Daredevil, so I grabbed that one. Yeah.
Who's the artist on the? That cover looks familiar. I can't really see it. It's small.
Ron Wilson. Yeah.
Ron Wilson on the interior. Ron Wilson,
yep. And artist Bill S is the artist. Yep.
Sienkiewicz cover. I mean the interior.
Sienkiewicz interior. Yep.
It's weird he didn't do the cover, but again, I guess he was
cover
busy.
Ron Wilson. Yep.
That's
sometimes this program can be wrong too. I mean, it's
no. It looks like I think that's not Sienkiewicz. You can tell.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about? I don't know if you bought or not. Khazar the Savage.
Well, let me look him up. Yep.
Now, I just wondering what issue was the first. That one was the other one. It was Micronauts, Moonlight, and then Khazar.
Let's check.
Khazar. I used to say Khazar. So
Khazar.
How do you vote? Everyone say it. Everyone Khazar or Khazar?
I would say Khazar. It's actually two.
I used to say Khazar.
But it's two words. So
his series was called Khazar the Savage. The second series. The one.
Yeah, this would have been the.
That was a good book, actually. Bruce Jones.
Yep.
And Brett Anderson. My Astro City artist, Brett Anderson. I like that comic for what it was really well done. Anyone remember that one? Dadman Walking, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Dadman.
Khazar. There you go. This, of course, is a different series here. But did anyone else read that series? The set, not this one. We'll get to it. I guess it'll be on there somewhere.
Yeah, let's see where it would have been. Well,
I guess it's volume 2, maybe.
Well, this ends in 77, so it would be the next. Let's see, it's third series.
I think that took over the numbering from
so it would have been a different
Amazing Adventures.
So it would have been so it would have been.
Not that.
Sorry. No, it's this is 97. So
go to 1980.
So what would have been in between there? Let's see.
It'll be volume 2, probably.
Yeah. See, this is what I've got. That's weird. Unless they called it Khazar, or maybe they called it Khazar the Savage.
Khazar the Savage is the actual title.
Yeah. So that's See, that's not a renumber, not a volume. They actually went by that. Yep. So
the Brent Anderson Khazar was great. Yeah, Bruce Jones, Brent Anderson. That was a good comic. It was really well done. There he is. We're number 1 right there.
Yep.
Now, there you go. Hey, Andy Masterson, you had that one as well. So let's see which one the first is of the. You don't have any of those, do you?
Nope, I don't own any of these. Unfortunately,
what do those go for?
Well, the first one is only $4, so this is still very affordable.
There you go.
So buy them before they do a movie. Yep.
What about? Let's see which one the first one that the
let's see where the Spider-Man disappears. Yep. It's fun to look at these covers too, but yeah.
One of those had a UPC code. There you go.
Let's see, these are still going. Yep.
It was the same time Moonlight did it. Not that means anything.
So I think this one here, direct distribution. Yep.
Yep. Why do I remember that cover
182?
So well? Absolutely. Brent Anderson cover, probably.
Let's see here. Cover
Brent
artist.
Anderson.
Yep, you're right. Yep, of course.
He also did, he did X-Men God Loves Man Kills, the first X-Men graphic novel that they did, which was really good. Classic, you know that one probably. Did you ever read that one? That's a good comic.
I don't think I've read that one, but
it was one of the early Marvel graphic novels.
There's a lot of comics in this fuzzy brain, so
you probably read it.
Maybe I did read it. Yep.
But so yeah, I mean, of course he did Astro City. Before that, he did Somerset Homes. What else did he did? He did a lot of good stuff. I like Brent Anderson. Of course, that's my Astro City boy right there. But this was actually a really good series.
You liked it? Yep.
Yeah, it was very, very well done. Again, because it wasn't doing that super, super great. Like Moonlight and the Moonlight were kind of aimed at older readers. That's true. God Loves Man Kills was the introduction of William Stryker. So, and this was more of a comic for a little bit older readers.
It looks like it too, just some of the covers. Yep.
And I loved it. I thought it was really good for a good long time.
It lasted only 34 issues.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kazar in space. Yep. I love
Yeah,
that
I always
collector's
like that
item
cover.
last issue. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
I love it when they
that.
put it on there. But wait a minute, you're ending the series, so maybe
Collector's
it's not
item, last issue. The best time was that there was a comic, not to be confused with the puppet movie called Team America. Marvel had in the early 80s a comic that we used to make fun of. It was a dumb motorcycle comic called Team America. It would look cheesy, you know, it was made for 4-year-olds kind of.
Was that based on that cheesy like anti-terrorism movie or something?
No, there were motorcycle riders. You can pull it up and find them in there probably. And issue 11 came out, and it said, and I guess they thought they were being funny. They put last issue because you demanded it. Last issue, collector's item. There it is, right there.
Yep.
Hey, Cardinal Sim, what's up, dude?
Hey, Cardinal.
Thank you for that super chat, sir. Appreciate it. Hail, Globby, Doug, Mods, and chat. Well, hail to you, sir. Thank you. You were too kind, my friend, Cardinal Sin. I appreciate that, my brother. I hope you're doing well on this fine evening. So you see it. Look at number 11, the last issue.
Actually, I've got this one. I got to show that.
You
I
have Team America?
Yeah, I have. And if it's blue, I have it. Yep. So I have one issue. Yep.
And it says last issue because you demanded it. or maybe that was you asking.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Yeah, because you demand. I can't zoom in, unfortunately.
There it is.
Because you demanded it. The end of Team America.
because everyone was making fun of it. That's why, I love the Team America movie with the puppets. When I first heard it was announced, I was like, this is what I thought about. It was number 11, number 12. This is my stupid default because as a comic shop guy, I was like, Team America, they're making a movie of that? What?
What's going on here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I can blow this up here if I do this. Yeah.
It's a goofy motorcycle comic.
Yeah. If I go like this, I can blow that stuff up, as they say.
Anybody blew that shit up? Anybody?
There we go.
Remember Team America, the comic? Come on, you can admit it to me. We won't laugh at you. There you go.
There's one. Rocky Mountain Death Race.
I ordered like a couple copies for the racks because I had to. And I was like, why are we ordering this? Nobody bought this crap.
I bought this one.
I actually had a guy that bought them. You bought that one? We had a guy buying it, and I was a kid at the time. They're out of Max Amanda Bear. Hello there.
Well, it's not too far removed from Evil Knievel in the late 70s and Loving Motorcycles.
G.I. Joe was a big hit, so they thought they would do something like that.
Copy it, yeah.
At least it made more issues than the Human Fly. Remember that one, anybody?
I have a few issues of the Human Fly, too, yep.
He was real.
He was real, yep.
Yeah.
The Arcade Assassins, yeah. Yeah.
Matt and Trey vowed they'd never do a puppets again, yeah. So I didn't even read this thing. I just looked at it and go, why? Why is there a motorcycle comic? I mean, I look back now with fondness, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pull my issue number 4 out and reread it. Yep. Oh, look at the RPMs are revving there.
Eric said, Clobby laughed at me. My Fifi got hurt. I would never intentionally hurt anybody's Fifis, buddy. You know me. Not my kind of thing at all.
Look at this comic as adventure, romance, intrigue, action. This issue truly has it all.
After you show this, could you find Human Fly? That'd be funny.
I'll go to that. Yep.
Unless you want to save all that we can show. Do that for tomorrow and show really stupid looking comics and make Lorkel laugh.
There's 10. Oh, they threw Ghost Rider in.
Yeah, Ghost Rider popped up, man. It's like, wow, we're in the Marvel universe now.
Yeah.
He's like, what is you lame asses are about to lose your comic, so I'm not even going to bother sending you to hell. There it is. Double-sized last issue.
Yeah. Because you demanded
it. To the end of Team America.
Don't doubt Clobber's memory. Yep.
My memory sucks, but hey, your Muslim uncle, good to see you again. Yep. Because look at this, folks. Why do I remember stupid crap like this, but I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago? Because
I couldn't remember our daughter's phone number the other day.
Oh man, I don't remember
because you just push the
phone.
Picture now, right? Yeah.
But I remember getting this cover because we had to order it, and we had to laugh. We're like, oh my god, that was actually funny. I almost wanted to buy it because it was funny.
You never read it?
Hell no.
You didn't have to know. I guess no. No, just kidding.
Don Perlin probably did the art for all I know. I don't know. Sue did the interiors because I can't even remember. I never even looked at it.
Well, let's see what
Frank Springer,
Human
Bob.
Fly.
I knew who did the art on Human Fly, but
so this program is really cool because it downloads all the covers to your computer.
Trevor Cunningham.
I've got them all listed. Yep.
Welcome, Trevor Cunningham. I've never seen you before, but look, Trevor Cunningham says, I have the first 12 issues of The Human Fly. There's a short doc on him, a documentary on YouTube, and a talk show appearance. Yes, because The Human Fly was real. The most amazing superhero ever because he's real. But if I'm him, and this first issue has a decent cover, I can't really tell. I did it off the top of my head, but it has a decent cover. But the interiors, man, if I'm that guy, and they got that artist on me, I wouldn't want to have my own comic.
I think I've got this one. I'll check.
There were 12 issues of this? Wow. I didn't realize it made 12. But he's
hanging
hanging
out
with
with I've got
Ghost
18.
Rider. There are 18 of them?
Now let's go fly through them. But yeah,
There can't be that many. Let's see them.
Say one.
I didn't realize there were that many of this thing.
I think let's check. Well, I'll go to the
Human
directory
Fly,
after.
folks. This guy was real.
It was a stuntman. It was a real stuntman. Yep.
Is he alive, Trevor? Is that guy? Do we know?
Don't know. Yep.
This was like what, 1977 or 78 or some shit.
Someone should duck go it for us. Yep.
Duck.
Well, this is when did the Spider-Man TV show come out?
77.
Yeah. All right. So
this is around that time.
Because I'm trying to think if that was they're trying to promote this to do a TV show or, or have the stunt, have both, doing stunts and then having a comic at the same time.
Look, the White Tiger's on there. Holy crap.
Yep.
Man. I would see this comic. I would look at it for a few minutes and look and laugh. I'd flip it sometimes. But I'm buying the Fantastic Four, Superman, or Batman, or Spider-Man, or I'm not buying. That's why and that's most people. I don't know, not most people, but
Legends Die Hard. Yep.
Does your memory suck, or is your imagination just that much better? That's a toss up there. I don't know what. I'm sure I just work here. It's unknown, but he's a Canadian stuntman. The documentary explores more. Well, thanks for that, Trevor. I'll probably look for that. That might be fun. Well, do they?
Oh, yeah, because they say,
Trevor, do they talk about the comic book? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's like I was saying here. They say this issue a true to life account of the near tragedy at Montreal. So that if he's a stuntman and he's Canadian, that fits, right? Looks like he's not.
Was that a true story about the Ghost Rider? Was that a true story about the Ghost Rider teaming up with him?
Yeah.
Suicide Skydive.
I like this cover. That's a cool cover.
Oh my goodness!
Fear.
Wasn't Spider-Man on one of them? I can't remember now.
Let's see, we're up to issue 13.
Maybe not.
14.
I can't believe. I know that Ghost Rider one was a true story, though. That definitely happened.
That happened, yeah. Washington Monument. That's easy to get into, right?
Yeah. Wow, dude.
Oh, number 16.
You don't see these around much. I wonder what these things are worth because
we'll go into it
anywhere.
After, yeah.
I don't even see. I used to see them in quarter bins, but not that often. I didn't realize they had as many issues as they did. A gathering of vultures, the human fly with his cape. Okay, what is the first issue worth?
19. They did 19 issues. Yep.
19 issues. Waggle.
All right, so let's check. Let's see. Human Fly here. Let me do a search here.
Hungry Boy says, I never bought a comic with a great cover with bad interior art except for X-Men number 49 with the Steranko cover. I used to do it sometimes, Hungry Boy. I would buy a crappy cover. He said they talk about the comic book a bit. I hope you explore it more. They're not worth a lot. Yeah. Thank you, Trevor.
$10.
I appreciate that.
$10. That's outrageous. I'm not paying $10. $10 for issue number 1. I thought I had issue number
Only
1. I
10?
guess not. Only 10. Yep.
That's not bad.
Two is 7. 2A, the 35-cent issue is 15. That's actually the most valuable issue.
Which one, the Ghost Rider?
The 35-cent Ghost Rider one, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, that figures because that was actually a true story.
Yep, that was true. Yeah. And then this one's $4. Oh, this is the one I have. Crossfire, $4.50.
Hungry Boy, I like Jack Sparling though, kind of. I mean, he was kind of. He didn't. I mean, I don't know. He mostly did. I mean, he didn't really do a lot for the big companies, did he? If I remember right. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. What did he do? Did he do? Didn't he do Sea Devils? Now, anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No, I actually own 5 issues of Human Fly.
Wow, where'd you get those?
Oh, those grandpa. My grandfather might have brought them home for me back in the day. Yep. Well, crap, they were $6 now. Anyone want to buy it for me for $6? But those, yeah, for any comics that are that old, just because of my age, I just know. When I was that young, my grandfather said, check them off. My checklist got met. You know what happened here? Like every comic I owned, they did an update on this program and they sell it through Atomic Empire. They have a website, and all of my whole collection went for sale on their website. And then I'm getting all these things like people were buying issues, and they're like, you've never delivered the issue, you bought it. So I was talking to the guy. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have none of my comics are for sale. And the grading and everything I put in was like, mint, of course. Whenever you enter stuff in your collection, you don't have any comics that are not mint, right? I mean, you just put it, I didn't care either. I just put them in as a mint. So, I'm getting all these complaints and stuff. So, I had to turn it off. It was like it goes to this website, and I was getting all these nasty emails. So, like, see here, it says they're for sale. So every time I go into one, I go in and I, quick change it so it's for sale is not checked. So like my profile is permanently on vacation, so no one can buy my comics.
There was another book around that same time as Team America that we kind of made fun of, called US1 by Marvel. Do you have any of those?
Let's check. That one doesn't ring a bell, but we shall see.
About truckers.
Let's see here. US1. Let's see. US. I guess -1 like that. Let's see here.
There it is, right there.
Yep, there it is. Yep. This is a great program, I have to say.
Yep.
Let's see. Do I own any of them? Nope, I do not own any.
Andy remembers it. There you go.
Let's download bigger covers. Many? Yeah, so they tell you the preview of the character. It's tough to read, but yeah, U.S. Solomon Archer, functionally known as U.S., has trucking in his blood. As a child, he loved nothing better than watching the big rigs go by and riding along with him, along in the cab with his parents, both truckers. Even though he wanted to start trucking right after high school, his adopted father, Papa, and his brother put together the money to send him to college. He wanted to graduate with a degree in computer programming design and EE, but when he finished, he wanted nothing more than to drive a rig down the road. When the evil highwayman forced U.S. and his brother, also a truck driver, off the road, only U.S. survived. U.S. vowed to avenge his brother's death and use his knowledge to create a super cab fit for the best trucker who ever was. I mean, I love truck drivers, and if it wasn't for him, our country would shut down. But that's kind of a funny idea.
He was bitten by a radioactive truck.
Bitten by a radioactive truck.
So I don't know if he met Ghost Rider, but how many issues was there of that thing?
Of this one, 12 issues. Of this series, yep.
Wow.
Well, made it to 12, yeah.
Marvel would commit back then.
And actually, the last issues were $15.
What?
Maybe it was.
No Spider-Man in it?
No Spider-Man. Maybe because it's rare. And this issue is worth $19. Maybe they didn't print that many too.
What year was that? That was like 80s, early 80s.
84. It says. 84. Who was the highwayman? Yep.
I think Jack Sparling did do some 60s DC, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't he do Secret Six, Hungry Boy? I think he did the original Secret Six comic, but I could be wrong.
Oh, these are golden covers, actually. Huh.
That's right. Eastbound and Down, loaded up. Yep. Well, there's some interesting covers on this thing. It's just a trucker comic. Yeah.
Just when you thought it was safe to hit the open road again. Maybe it'd be fun to read. I don't know. Do you ever read any of these? Or
no.
No, I gotta ask. You never know. Read one for curiosity. Yeah. He's bad. He's mean. He's Iron Mike, king of the bike.
Damn. At least At least was it Team America got to meet Ghost Rider, and so did Human Fly.
It doesn't look like there's any cool crossovers here. So
it also looked like a Mike Zeck cover on that one.
On that one, yeah. Let's see
what the orange one.
It says golden.
Golden.
It says golden. Yeah. Interesting.
I can't see it. And there you go. I just thought it'd be fun to mention some
really fun, yeah.
Obscure comics.
Those are all fun, yeah.
Oh my goodness! Well, I'll tell you what, everyone.
Yep. No, you're yeah. We'll there's another issue you mentioned, but yeah, we can. That's okay. Yeah. You were saying to show something else, or no? You're good. Yep.
Did I?
I can't remember now. It's late. It's all good.
Oh, we got one from Matthew Pounder.
Okay, what's he looking for?
He's reading Spanners of Galaxy. That's a DC comic. Did you ever read that one?
No.
Can you find that, you think?
Yeah.
Spanners Galaxy, that's for you, Matthew. You can find them all, right?
So how's it? Spanners?
Mm-hmm. I remember the series. I just never bought it. Spanners
Galaxy. There we go. Yep.
There you go. See, again,
6 issues. Yep.
I talked about this the other day. I've seen all these comics and dealt with them, and sometimes I don't know whether I bought it. I remember it because I bought it, or I just sold it to somebody, or saw it on the rack.
Let me blow these up.
He said he's just going back and he reads all good old stuff sometimes, and he's liking it. A good Star Wars, like a Star Wars type of a comic thing.
Interesting. Yep. I never heard of this. Yep. That was issue 1. Yep.
There you go.
Kind of looks like Flash Gordon a little bit. Obviously, Space Adventure. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how many issues they did of this, though. But your program will tell us.
Oh, yeah, it's a 6, I think. Yeah.
Only 6.
Ooh, B5 is there.
They didn't commit like Marvel.
B5. Just kidding.
Sort of. 5 comic?
No. The robot.
Oh, B5.
Danger. Yeah.
Oh, that B5.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Sort of a take on it. Yeah.
Is it a Han Solo type character?
Yeah, so it did, let's see, it was Tom Mandrake. It's Mandrake all the way. Yep.
Mandrake, we were talking about him the other night. Mandrake, There you go.
Mandrake, yep.
Did we talk about it before, but did you ever get Dreadstar?
Yeah, I have some Dreadstar, yep. I'm pretty sure I do, yep.
Deep dive on some Dreadstar one of these days. There's so many of them, though.
Yeah, let's see how many Dreadstars.
Well, it started out in a magazine called The Price or whatever. Then there was a Metamorphosis Odyssey Marvel graphic novel. He moved it to there and did it for Marvel's Epic line. DR, it's EA.
2 Ds, wasn't it?
No, it was DREADS, and I think maybe one word star, Dreadstar. Put Jim Starlin's dress. I don't know if that'll work.
There we go. Yep. Yeah, so this is the.
There you go. Number 1.
Yep.
That one, that's the later. That's the later series there.
Yeah, here's the.
The first one you showed was number 1.
Yep. There we go. Let's see. Let's.
Eric,
zoom in.
I did see it a little bit when that came on. I wasn't watching a lot of those cartoons at the time, and as someone who's a fan of Flash Gordon and the Phantom and the Mandrake, I was like, wow, that's cool that they're together, but why are some of them together? It doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, it was cool, though. Defenders of the Earth. Excuse me.
That's it. Yeah, there's 64 issues of Dreadstar.
I just don't think the Phantom should be able to fly. It goes through flies. I think they got him out of order there, but yeah.
Yeah, these must be different. Reprint. That's like number 1. Different reprints probably. They do that sometimes in the program. Yep.
Nicola Cutie was her name Cuddy or Cutie? Matthew Pounder, wrote. You must mean Spanners Galaxy. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, there's some great covers. And yeah, see, that's the series I like, the early Epic one there. Yeah, good comic. Oh, they fly now, yeah. Well, dude, I tell you what, I appreciate you hanging out with me, man.
Thank you. Yep. It was fun. Yep. Always fun. Yep.
I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone for the contributions. Cardinal Sin, the great Mexican Iron Man. Oh God, I can't remember who gave all the chats now because it's been so long. I just thank all you for being here tonight. Everyone who contributed and everyone you contributed by being here. You've been fantastic. Of course, a big shout out to the great Paulie with Latino Slant. It was always great when he comes and hangs out with me. Let's see here. Put your channel in there, if you would, and tell us what you got going on, Mark.
Yep. Well, just been kind of slow this last week, but hanging in there. That's not much to do about nothing, I guess. But just a little tired these days. But yeah, I got to do some toy reviews, and I've got my Back to the Future DeLorean to put together from Playmobil. So maybe I'm home tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that. So. But yeah, and of course we got the clubhouse tomorrow night, and Raquel sent me a special gift, so maybe I'll show it on screen, and I'll make it disappear on screen too, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good, do that.
So yeah, it's all good. Yep.
Excellent. There's of course the literary works of science fiction by our wonderful first officer, Raquel Briggs. We'll have her explain more about that tomorrow night when she comes in there. But there's the link for it, everyone. Andy Masterson, thank you so much for being here, sir. D-Bud Martin, I believe, had to leave. Phantom Outsider, the great Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher, and the extraordinarily great, as well, Hungry Boy, Hungry Hipster Clobberin Hippo. Matthew Pounder, thank you so much. Stan Messiah, thank you so much. Pops Culture Republic, thank you. The lovely Sherry was here earlier. Love you, Sherry. Thank you. Comic Relief Crusader, Kal-El, buddy, appreciate you. Chris Persia, I believe, was here earlier. Great master of the Canadian wrench. They're not an axe of Mandibear. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Mexican Iron Man, brother, appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything. D. Oberg, it was great to see you, my friend. Trevor Cunningham, thank you for popping in. It was great to meet you. Let's see here. Your Muslim uncle, my friend, thank you so much for popping in. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I'm running on chat back as far as I can. It doesn't go back all that far. It's back a little bit far. Again, thank you again, Cardinal Sin, my brother. I appreciate you. Dad Man Walking popped in. Good to see you there, buddy.
Yep.
Who else was there? I think I got everybody. I know I probably missed a few people, but if I did, I'm sorry. But the chat doesn't go back that far, and I forget a lot of stuff. So, damn. Well,
that's what we got. Too many comics in our brains. That's the problem. That's my excuse for now.
But thank you. If I miss anyone, I really do apologize. It's just because I can't see everybody on there, and I don't write it down because I'm an imbecile. But thank you. Thank you so much for your contributions, and just thank you for your fellowship, hanging out. You all amazing. Again, big shout out to the great Paulie at Latino Slant for hanging out with me tonight as well. His link, of course, in this right here in the description below. Thank you, everyone. And of course, tomorrow night, same Clobby time, same Clobby channel.
Yep.
We will have the wonderful, magnificent first officer, Raquel Briggs, and of course, our chief engineer, Mark. So until then, my dear friends, thank you so much, and clobber on, clobberers. Thank you, Oliver Belafonte, as well.